2013.
It was a year.
2013.
Yeah, 2013. I was still pushing corporate videos. I was nice DOP, man. I was shooting all the top shows in the country.
Is it?
Yeah, no. But now,
Let's hit. We've been
rolling.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was nice, man. I didn't have that thing that you have as Mlotshwa. I was living a very different life.
Why?
I lived a very disciplined life when I was a kid. From phela kwakhona mina ngama holiday ngespan. Ngama weekend ngespan. So I didn't have the time to we're rolling cameras. I didn't have the time to mess around.
No, but that camera's not on, so you can just chill because there's lessons that I need you to pick up on.
He'll be on the wide.
Will it be on the wide? Oh, snap.
You don't understand, yeah?
There's no chair. He took the whole thing.
What?
Throughout the whole.
What?
Am I staying throughout the whole?
No, not the whole
No,
thing.
you can live whenever you want to leave.
No, good. There's also, we have a guest. So we're starting now. That's the third. So for those that are watching at home, there's a third seat because there's a guest. There's a guest coming. So right now he's...
Guest.
No, but he's going to chill for like 10 minutes, bro. Like, I just want to hear this part. So the third mic is there's a guest. He's currently on radio as we speak. So
Yes.
he's going to speak about his life and his journey. Hey, bro, I'm so excited to actually pick his brain on a couple of things.
Dope.
But before we get there, so today I officially met your brother.
Yes,
Nah?
yes, sure.
25 years old,
Yeah.
you know. And I was saying to him, Guti, that's like the golden age. There is no best age because you can do anything at any age, right? Excuse. But 25 for some reason, give me, or if I want to call it a bracket, I'll call it between 25 and 30.
Sure.
That bracket where like the sky's the limit
25.
to 30.
Sure.
In the sense that you're still so optimistic about life. You're still so you haven't been hurt too much with failure by women, by what. So you still have this rose-tinted glasses. So even when you attack business, for example, when you're 25, 26, the way that you approach business is very much different than when you're 36 and you've got kids and what. It's a different thing, you know, because it feels like this can work. Why can't it work? You know. So I was saying to Intoni Akuguti, if he picks the wrong girl, oh boy, I don't know what I want. So if he picks the wrong girl,
Sure.
she can fuck up his life.
Sure.
Like properly. And if he picks the right mentor, and I don't want to say right girl because the girls, the brackets of the girls that you choose, they also learning. If you pick the wrong girl, your life can get fucked. If you pick the right mentor, bro, the sky's the fucking limit, you know. So I don't know if the guys were recording when we were talking. I was 25 in 2014.
Yeah.
Second year in Joburg. I was still in education. And for me, it was just bright lights, dog.
Sure.
It was bright lights. It was...
First time when Josie.
No, I came Joburg 2013. Ngihamba nge-Golf 1 Chico.
Labor for you sound the cars.
Yeah, fuck it out. I'm on Golf 1. Yabo. And it was a win back in Grahamstown.
Oh.
Mangilana ngeke upgrade. Brand new Polo boy. Ngene VW ngifuna sukuya suzelwa umuntu. Ngifuna ukuthi yimi number 1. And I told her, boy,
What's all in?
Polo. Bayazi comfort line, bayazi hleli phansi anyakazi thetsi. Oh boy, 1.6. Anyway, coming to Joburg, even though I was a little bit older, 24, 25, the light still hit me, bro.
Sure.
The light still hit me. And again, you'll unpack your journey when you were 25 in 1995. When were you 25? When were you 25?
But I've seen 19. After voting. So the things I used to get up to, bro. Yeah.
Dog. bazongixolela bangixolelayo. Angangistoti, bro. No, ngangistoti.
Because of the car.
No, because I think it was just the change of environment, bro. Being in Joburg, having a little bit of disposable income. The responsibilities weren't as heavy. Yeah, I understand. So, and my standard of living wasn't one where...
That high.
Yeah, now you understand? So it was different. The disposable was there. The spaces were there. Dog. Ungazezi lezi nje nisezenza wena phuza amanzi uye esikolweni ushaye push up. At 25, what were you getting up to at 25?
I'm gonna be at 25. You said it's 13 for me, no?
2013 for you, yeah.
I'm gonna be now shooting, man. Man, I was just obsessed with work.
Shooting? What do you mean shooting?
So by that time I was a DOP, director of photography. So you're in charge of the camera department, which includes the lighting department as well. Whether it's a movie, it's a documentary, it's a reality show. So I was shooting all the big reality shows at that time, man. I used to work for Pap. He was founded by Lungelo. Thomas.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Simpy.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. I shot Forever Young, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So Mo Love, all the shows after that, man. Mantla and Lexi, Ntombi and Ace from Big Brother. I was a DOP for all those shows.
Why are you telling us shoot it?
Yeah. I didn't know you at the time, Don.
Manje, yes, no one manje. Manje, yes, no one.
You need to live that lifestyle that those guys were living. Dana Bogniwa.
You remember
Forever Young.
I remember Forever. It was fucking amazing. It was amazing. But I'm telling you, there's so many guys, and I'm not promoting this.
Yeah.
But manga kisho makamera to show their lives. Aye, bro. Forever Young would be a.
Tina Donna Sashai, Devin July, maybe 3 times in a row.
No. Forever Young was amazing. No, dog, it was fucking amazing.
Continent.
I'm saying there's lighties now. Ne? Not even lighties, I'm a hot man now.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
I know guys our age older than us that don't want to be on camera, that don't have Instagram or TikTok.
Sure.
If you watch their lives,
yeah,
hey boy, you be like, I used to work for this company. And I remember like before a big proposal, ne? And I used to get shocked. And I used to watch them take out my baby wipes and go into the boardroom and they wipe down the thingy. Kisha ikokaina, show my lines, boy.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting, because I'm not. What about yourself? And I'm like, this is, what's that movie? Not Wolf of Wall Street. It's Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
I'm watching this and I'm like, people are living. So when I watched the movie, I was like, I know guys that live like this.
Yeah.
I know guys that live this life.
Yeah.
It's cartoonish because I can just imagine all the things that you guys didn't show on camera.
No.
And the things that you guys didn't show on camera were 50 billion times crazier than the things that you showed on camera.
We signed NDAs.
Of course you have to.
And then it was a mess. You're in Hollywood.
I'm telling you, Guti, at certain apartments in Joburg.
Sure.
Back in the day, Lapori Village, Bazawas, shout out.
The red light by
back in the
Before
day.
the engine garage on the left.
By us.
Red.
But that was back in the day. In today's time, there's what? The parks?
I don't know. Today's time, I don't know. Hey, Juba, you know the parks?
I know the parks, I know the yard.
No, the yard is, I'm talking about the parks now. I'm talking about the things that are relevant now. The yard is back in the day, like it went from Labori and became
What do
the
you mean
yard.
the parks?
And
Where is it?
I'm not saying any address. I'm not saying anything. Ne? But the parks, there's like a inland or not a bar, guest house. No man, it's a complex. There's labantu abahlangana khona.
I wouldn't know.
No man, it's flats where people live. It's flats where people live, but there's I said the word and now I forgot it.
What, where people meet?
Yeah, to have drinks and stuff like that. The clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yeah.
So there's a clubhouse there. Boy, Mina, the only way I know about places like the Parks is that I know a lot of guys that own flats in that apartment building. And their flats is for Makwapeni. So Makwapeni stays there. Yeah, and he lives at home with his wife. Ne? Next thing, when things are dropping, you'll have him there driving his fucking Monster X5 or his Maserati. Every time you go to that chore, you just see Maseratis coming in. Guys come in, they park, they go in. Tell what they must.
Yeah.
Why? Back to the acting like Mfundisi. You must articulate yourself.
You know, I went to a film school that side. I want to mention it.
Yeah. Shout out to that film school that side.
What's heck? What's heck? What's heck?
Yo.
La bori ntwana ne ikena ntwana kuma golf 6 golf 7 kuma R-line
Wakufaka-
sheba ntwana mfethu ayiphatha mfethu awuna ne mina that time yazi ngibanga
Right,
mina
yeah.
that time Opel Kadett
Wow.
1996
Wow. No, I'm not. I'm talking. I'm not. I'm saying no. I mean, I'll never love. I'll never. I'm saying.
it's usually story le Kadett
Yeah. Yeah.
ntwana le ngingastaka with every single part of that damn car petrol pump.
I mean, I used to drive a 98. I used to drive a 98 Chico. I know what you're talking about. It might very overheat very quick. We won. Ebusuku.
Ngikhumbula bengibana yicheri ntwana yekresta ngiyabona siyekresta masibuya ngivangayo eMorobetini lapha by the engine garage by the not corner by the engine garage imvula yashaya ngithi my wiper next
Emilio. Bro, we've done that thing where singing Zambane, screening Zambane. We've done those things, bro. So we understand. We're not lacking that. We're just saying it was a different time, you know. And we understand the struggle because we're still going through the same struggles. I'm saying, I want to back in the day, Labori, where the girls still used to twerk on the balconies. So you walking on a Friday.
What's that twerking girl, man?
I don't know.
Faith.
I don't know names. So babe twerk on the balconies and you coming back from Groover. It's got all one saying people are watching girls twerking on the balconies. And you're like, that's gonna be someone's wife. Right now she's 22, 23, feeling fresh.
Yeah, twerk.
We are twerk about yes. I'll be like, what the is happening?
Those girls are married now.
No, they married with kids, and now they're like, oh, it's my past. You know, you can't hold back. You know, already we're all doing, you know, that stupid shit that some of these girls say. So the new version of that is these type of places. Yeah, what all these new complex what that are being popping up. And Shanyali said some names as well. Huh?
You know,
Guys are buying flats, putting these girls in there.
you know, I'm
crazy.
glad even as forgotten. Most of these complexes now, cheers by son. Yes, ntwana kuma flat number what. Cheers by son. Mom, you know, these websites where women are selling. Yeah, I'm going to buy. I'm just
Utsini, because some of the girls at varsity buy pies. Fast tickets. I mean, I don't feel bad because the majority of them are got pies because it's gonna pay for school fees. So that they can live the lifestyle. And no, I can't feel a person because we'll feel bad for someone who's in a bad situation because he's trying to send money back home, trying to build this, Labantu, they just doing it because they want the weaves that come to the ass, they want the this, they want the that, they want all the flash, they want the latest iPhone. So now how do you feel bad for that? And here's the thing, these girls are so good, and this is what I want to say to your brother. These girls are so good, dog, because this is the first time you've been 25. You've never been 25 before. They can finesse you in such a way that you won't see, you know. And I've seen this before. I've got a story and it's very dark and I hope it just stays amongst the four of us. So I think I've told it before.
You want to tell the story and you said it's going to stay amongst the four of us.
I thought we just brothers.
Are we not recording here? Are you recording sound? Young people is recording. Look, it's amongst the four of us. Yeah, it's the four of us.
I'm not sharing my story anymore.
No, Anton, it's the four of us.
I feel pressured.
No. Thank you, sir. You say?
Can you guys sign NDAs here?
Yes.
And the audience.
Yeah?
And the audience.
They will sign NDAs.
Whoever's the
Yabona nina enibuka lento la emakini. Ngicela nisayine NDA. Lento ingafiki le indlebe lezi ngifuna ukuthi sifike. Hey, ngicela nisayine NDA. I've told the story though before. I think I have. About my story at Labori, where I went to go pick up this lady and she said I'm her.
I will share food.
So I'm doing the story just for you. So this one lady, it's like Friday. She says, no, I must pull up, we're going to go to Rosebank for whatever. I was like, nah, chill, no problem, So as I am outside, send a message, no, I'm outside. She's like, can you come in and just say that, like, you're my cousin? I'm like, what? Just pull in and say you're my cousin. All right, okay, go through. Next thing, she's coming out with the guy. Young guy, your age. Guy's got twinkle in his eye, exciting.
Twinkle in his eye.
Like he's excited to see me. Like, he greets me with the most. I'm the cousin. Greets me with the most humility ever. He's carrying her bag. She's got an overnight bag. She is dressed full on black, bro. Full on black duke, black. She's got shit over her shoulders. I'm like, this guy is coming so humbly. But hey, condolences for your family. I was like, hey, okay. All right, fam. And now obviously you're playing the role. Are you looking after? Are you better looking after my sister? No, I know we're trying. I want to say Zama, but we're gonna get there. He's trying to be the greatest boyfriend to an older brother dynamic. Let's try this. Starts try. Go to Rose. Ingane literally masingene nje emotweni yayikhumula lento ugqoka isigcebhe egqoka into za under le dress. Uthi hayi no uyabhayiza lo mjita lo. I was like, that's your man. She's like, yeah, no, it's my boyfriend, but sometimes men are so controlling, they're so. I was like, how are you going to say your fucking boyfriend is controlling when he doesn't want you to go out drinking with another man?
Yeah.
Is that unreasonable? Is that unreasonable for your boyfriend to say you can't go out drinking with another man? How's that unreasonable? Anyway, dog, I remember we went drinking in Rosebank, we're having fun, and this chick is moving in a dodgy way. And I'm just like, red flags. Because I was planning to continue the night. And I look at her and I go, hey, you know what? It's cut self vibe. Me, I need to duck. Yeah, so I was like, is there a place that I can? Because I thought we were drinking.
And then obvious.
Yeah.
Standard.
Is there, what's the plan? And she's like, what about me? And I'm like, and your bag? She's like, no, I'll come with you to the car. I'll fetch the bag. Because she's got a bag.
Yeah.
And I'll be good. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, I'm in a safe space. We're in a safe place. Like, no one's going to steal me in this place. I'm like, are you sure? I don't want to be that person now. I hear stories the next day. Are you sure? She's like, say less. Say less. I know where I'm going. And I'm like, this bitch just used me for pre-drinks. So she already had a plan after me.
Yeah.
So she went from her man that she lives with. It's his place. So now he's used for rent. He's used for rent and groceries. I'm used for drinks and vibes. Yeah. And then someone is going to be used for something else. Yeah. And I'm like, she's just using the next guy. And I'm like, yeah. And when I'm getting and going back home, like my brain was just like, what the hell is happening? Like, what the hell is happening? Like, I was just. Yeah. Can I call you back in an hour, please? Okay, all right, sure. Later. I'm recording. Do you want to come record? This guy. it's who might show me.
Oh yeah.
Nah, he said he's gonna come record one of these days. Okay, sure. My such a lacquer guy, but also very dodgy and lacquer at the same time. But who isn't? Anyway, it reminded me ukuthi sisemhlabeni la.
Yeah.
And you need to have your wits about you. Yeah. And the most beautiful people might not always have the most beautiful heart. And I'm so worried because I speak to, when I say hundreds, I'm not joking, hundreds of guys your age that are stuck in their own journey. Yeah, but in different ways, they stuck, bro. And a lot of the stories, somewhere, there's also isfazane there, bro. And they don't know how to maneuver. So then they start saying cliche lines, just charge it to the game. It is what it is, bro. That's the world we live in. These girls are for the streets. Meanwhile, this guy is bleeding, dog. This guy is broken. Now imagine finding out if you're that ntwana that I disrespected by lying. If you're finding out, ukuthi image yako went here with this guy for drinks and then from there disappeared for the whole weekend. Ubuya Sunday. You blessed and released her on the Friday. Ubuya Sunday. Sebemphenel bithile. Ungazi ukuthi bayingaka amajita amphenel bithile kule weekend. And ubuya kwena and mayibuya kwena you have to be there emotionally. How my baby ngiyakuthanda. Hey, where have you been? Hey, she is sorry for the funeral. And then she's gonna say, you know what, I'm tired. And even if she smells of alcohol, it's after tears.
Yeah.
Right? It's after tears. What are you gonna do? It's after tears. So there's now that dynamic. Now I have to come back. You know, a funeral, you can't touch me for the next 2 days. Can't do policy way is fair. By run regular bafan. Dog, I don't know how to guide us men, different ages, because you're the wrong person in your life can fuck you up, dog.
So lentwana le mele be focused. Mele be focused.
How, bro? He needs to figure out the right mentor.
They must hate him.
Bayakomita abantu abenza njalo.
Ay, oh, Rarotofai. Avai.
Evaye.
Ovayile, uthi choice yayo.
Hayi. Akaqala nsama.
Hayi,
Azi.
How?
Ngizontshela ngale jacket off camera.
Ngathi ufuna ukureveal.
No, angifuni ukureveal.
Alright.
No. Kodwa ngiyazi ukuthi
It's all right.
angakabi right, ngisazophuza. No, ngazi ngizobeka phi. No, ukuthi mhlambe le ntwana izoyibuka le nto le. Mase ayibona le jacket. No, ngitshela istory sale jacket le. Kuthi manje ama NDA yena ngintrust.
Oh, hayi ngizositshela. Le ntwana yemele bayihethe ntwana. Yabona mina ntwana I'll tell you one thing. I've read about life. You need to go through pain, all forms of pain. Emotional, financial, psychological. You deserve all of them. If you gotta zokushaya late. Zokushaya late. Maqeda iba zokushaya abathantwana uzoshaya revenge. Why do you think about club ntwana amajita na 50? Bayisa le ntwana le insize lezi singam alcohol. Una 50 goes like fuck, they rejected me, these people.
And the only way you can progress through life is through pain, bro.
There is no other way. Then you join Mlotshwa yesterday.
And there's no other way.
There is no other way.
And here's the thing, people don't even know what pain looks like until pain is pain.
Yeah,
And it's the only fucking way, dog.
there is no other way. How would you progress without pain? I don't know if pain.
Yes.
How do you become a better version of yourself if there wasn't pain for you to become that thing? It's almost impossible. You need to go through all forms of failure.
So when you don't have to run right.
Mina bayiblimaze uyahlanya le. Akekho special. There's nothing unique about him. Mina I feel pain.
But you might have to commit.
Uvayile. So mega kahle. Slash inkomo, makhibicha, makherot, uvayile.
We must stumble, we must
The inevitable is that we're gonna forget about him. That is the truth.
As a human, you forget those.
Yeah, baba. Yabona manje ngiclose na lento mpelele. Iviki anyeke indlule ne even 2 days singaringanga. But after some time, sihlala uvayile.
Manje uzokhohlwa yena.
Ngitla faka snap enyana. Ngiki intwana. Mara sandulo sadini. Es claro bafanas.
Yo, we must have kids so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, that is true.
We must have gang kids so that the day we die, we've got so many kids that people say, hey, you remind me of, so that your name can hold on just for a generation or two.
And he must also have kids. I need to do Mlotshwa amtshela uDiwe ukuthi every time Mlotshwa bakazwaka na wakhomba uDiwe ukuthi baba.
Udiwe was waiting for the right
And
time.
you cannot no, and you know what's the thing about it? Only when you have a kid, you're like, I should have started earlier. It only hits you when you've got the firstborn. I don't know why it works like that.
I was chatting to a colleague of mine, and I met her in her 20s. Now she's in her 30s, and when I met her, she was such an aggressive feminist. Né? She's such an aggressive feminist.
In the 20s.
In her 20s.
Sure.
You know, and even when she was describing the type of partner that she wanted, it was, you know, the typical female, the expectations are stupid.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because you see her husband now. Full on opposite of everything she described. In fact, she out-earns him. She out-earns him, but she's so in love with him. Even though he's the opposite of, Chris Brown type of thing. And she's got a child, and she says all the time, she's like, Penson, why didn't you fucking just shake me? And just say, hey, stop your shit. I was like, because you weren't ready.
Yeah.
You're busy bumping your head. When I'd say something, you'd say, Penson, you're a chauvinist, you this, you that. Penson, you misogynist, you this and that. Now, everything that I say is right.
Yeah.
But wesifazane.
Lentana lemele benengosi.
Manje.
Someone has to.
Fabe nengosi
Someone
manje.
must outlive you, man.
Fabe nengosi manje.
Soon.
When is soon?
I think 3 years here. Hey, South
3 years. 5 years. 10 years.
I don't blame him, Shem.
5.
I don't blame him, because he's taking after my footsteps.
Yeah, we used to tell you the same things.
Yeah, no.
So at least it's
I was not told I must have Ingos,
What? By us? By Mina Nolungano?
Oh, they're 3 years ago. Oh, no. But at least it happened and it later on. Few years later.
I'm telling you, since like my COVID vibes.
Yeah, a few years later it happened.
Your baby's only like a year, bro.
Alright,
Okay, have another one then.
Yeah, no, 100%. That one is a fact, non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. There's nothing more important.
How's it like having him as a brother? Oh, Gonji, you're not.
We can hear him.
You wouldn't be able to hear me through. I don't know. They can hear me now.
I can hear you.
That's fine then.
It's all I hear.
Yeah.
It's all out. No.
No.
Yeah. But you must have a thing. Oh, that's what it's doing.
Brothers connect. Nepotism. Nepo baby. Nepo baby. Nepotism. This is the thing that we don't want. Unearned. And he's on the platform.
This is
When
exactly
this unearned nepotism. This is the problem with South African corruption. We like complaining about government and the JMPD that they want bribes and they corrupt. Look at this. Brothers. Unearned platform.
What
Now it's here.
pen and pen.
What's this?
Pen and pen. How many years of
that?
nepotism?
What's that? Pen. What's sad?
Let's
What's it like having this guy as a brother? So the age gap is 12 years now? Yeah. Okay, so 12 years older, Debs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a gap.
That's a gang.
That's a gap between my brother and my sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hear what this punk has to say.
In what sense? Just overall?
That's huge. 12 years is huge. Like it's hitting me now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's literally hitting me now.
Wow.
Because you 5, this guy is like, what, 5 plus 12 is 17.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I telling him, Taj? Penson, no? You're outside? Okay, no, so very much. Sharp. Okay, 2 cars. Okay, sharp.
2.
Yeah, 2 cars. No, I said it's 2 cars.
He's driving 2 cars.
I don't know how it's happening.
Let this boy answer. Then
Sorry, yeah. Go for it.
No. Let me think. I think for me, it's dope. Having him specifically as an older brother, yeah, it's dope. Nah, it's dope because I think he's given me a lot of lessons. He's taught me a lot of lessons.
This guy?
Yeah, this guy. He's taught me a lot of
No,
lessons.
I'm touching here. He's taught you a lot of lessons.
Important
But
lessons.
you grew up. How close when you were growing up? Now let's talk your formative years from 0, let's say, to 8, 9. How involved? Because he's also on his own journey.
Yeah.
Were you guys close then? Because there tends to be a gap at that time.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I think between 0 and 8, 9, I'm not 100% sure. There was a point in time where we were close, playing video games together. We were interested in the same things in terms of watching TV, shows.
Because he left home late.
Yes. But another thing is he was always busy with the business. So that definitely did impact our closeness. There was a period of time where we were close, and then we stopped being close because he was always gone.
Okay.
He's always shooting, he's always busy. And that was when I could realize, hey man, I have an older brother, I want to play with my older brother, I want to play this game.
So like you like 11 years old or 12.
Yeah.
He's 20.
He's already in his 20s, 23, 24.
snap. Okay.
He's already working. So
I mean, I saw that dynamic with my sister. There's a 9-year gap when I'd go back to Newcastle and I'd have to drive her everywhere. And then it hit how young she was and that age gap. Because now I'm driving her everywhere. I'm making food for her. And I'm like, hey, this person is a baby. But it's so crazy because, again, going back to that mentorship, you've got one mentor in your actual family with your man. And my advice to you, which many wish they were in your position, is to be on his case, bro. Like, because you know he's busy, it tells you that he won't respond, he won't engage, he won't as much as you'd like. So you need to be physically here and watching and learning and asking and learning and asking and making mistakes and fixing the mistakes and learning and asking and learning and asking. And I can tell you right now for free, there's people that would literally, this is now a fact, not an opinion, a fact, that would literally pay to have Utebza as a mentor. Like, so having that opportunity, and not just to Utebza, but Utebza and the access to. It's that access to that's also vital, because that might, whoever he might open up for you might speak more to where your passion is. So you close to him, not just to learn from him, but to also learn from his circle that is built over the years. You know, because again, on the space that he's in, he gets to meet so many colorful different people. But it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you feeling with going? Hey, when you
Bakuzosipana for now, ngithi.
uzosipana wenzani?
Ushama is editing our show. The show that we're gonna air now in Jan. He's editing the show. He's editing and doing the graphics for it. Yeah. So
More nepotism. Ufakile CV ukuzifaka ekhaya.
yeah, I see the is quite.
Uyifakile yini CV ukuthi sebenzela ekhaya? Uyifakile. Ngicela ukwenza i-audit.
Yeah, icava i-CV yakhe.
Ngicela
Ila. By the Metula Mblangata.
Oh man, thank you so much, brother. Yo. How much was in?
Yeah, they're doing a phone call. Barabasha a phone call then they're gonna.
Afika ngeviani.
Aye, mano Mlotshwa.
Ngiyabajaja. Ngiyabajaja.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Utashapa periscope again.
Sharp no. No, ngiyabajaja.
Kiss my cheek.
No, ngiyabajaja. Phela uyazi phela le moto ukuthi ibizwa ngani?
Aye.
Ibizwa ngani?
Get her off. Get her my car.
Fucking car.
Get her my.
Get out of here, man.
Me, I know two who shot that lady that got out of that car.
What's it?
She wasn't paying child maintenance.
That lady. The lady wasn't paying. That's not the.
Do man, ngithi ngikulume iqiniso.
Sure.
Yeah, she wasn't paying child maintenance and for ingosi yakhe mfethu.
Serious?
She wasn't. It was said. Tata Moka. Le guy re. Risiame re.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So what do you mean she wasn't paying? So that means that her child was staying with the dubs with the
Yeah,
the
came
baby
into that
daddy.
they're gonna open it in the next 2 weeks. Earring bill.
was staying with her mother.
Oh, she had to pay maintenance to her mom,
No, she wasn't involved at all with the child.
and the mom was not having it.
And her mom was fed up because the mom sees her on
Okay, perfect. I'll try to push these people.
living a life.
Her best,
Yeah.
her best life.
So that's why I think the mother was just like, okay, if you are
Okay, no
going to
problem.
be living your life out there, you might as well take your child and live your life with your child.
Damn. Did you guys interview the mom as well?
Yeah, the mom wrote into the show.
Oh, what show is this? Do you mean I need to watch you guys stuff?
Okay, no problem.
Is it your Jola 99 type of stuff?
Not necessarily, it's more intervention on like social, family kind of issues.
That show Jalo.
I mean, that one was basically addressing people misusing, because she was earning a grant on behalf of the child.
Oh, to the child, a son. Okay. Oh wow, that's actually quite painful. Huh?
Yeah, it is.
What's wrong?
I'm saying the lady you're speaking about.
Yeah, it's actually quite painful how we maneuver those spaces. Snap.
It's
Okay.
sad.
Okay.
It's a problem.
And the final verdict. What happened?
She said she'll end up paying for the child maintenance, ne?
Yeah, but manje, she was not trying to have the conversation on camera. She kept saying, yo, we'll talk about it at home, we'll talk about it at home.
Penson njalo mabedoja. Hey, what's happening? Oh,
It's really sad, man, that people, for the lifestyle, that's what they do.
you guys were speaking about this earlier off camera around spend, something like that.
Yeah.
People don't know how to, or people spend.
What, money?
Yeah.
What are you speaking about?
Yeah, weren't you guys speaking about that?
We were.
What? Just give me a backstory because I heard it but I didn't hear it.
No, we're speaking about the show, Dube, or just speaking randomly, fell about patterns of spending.
Because you even alluded to people have carts that they haven't.
Oh no, it's just consumerism basically. Just people buying things because people are just used to buying things these days.
Yeah.
To the point that they buy things they have no use for. So this was on the back of a conversation you were having.
Yesterday.
And I was saying that I know certain marketplaces where I can buy almost near new stuff that
Sure.
hasn't been used much.
Sure.
And resell it because people buy things they don't use.
Oh, got you. Okay.
What did you think we're speaking about?
No.
We
I
can
just
entertain that.
thought that you're talking about as a community, which we because we're bad with money, we tend to just buy things that we don't need.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I wish as Kela they would just teach Inyungu.
Who was teaching you?
I don't know, whichever the teacher is.
The teacher that knows in you will teaching you.
Inyungu.
Okay.
Like teach people about how to make money,
Sure.
how to store money,
Sure.
how to invest money.
Okay.
Because right now, the lifestyles that we're living now, we don't know Inyungu asikavi.
Mina, my question is, who's teaching this? That's my thing. It's like you want people that don't know how to swim teaching PE and kids how to swim.
Sure.
People that don't know how to swim must teach people how to swim.
So you're saying
that's my understanding.
No, but I'm saying we need to get an expert that's a teacher. I get the analysis is that whoever's a teacher is an expert at that thing.
But money is not the same as teaching geography. Because money has to do with your relationship with money.
Sure.
It's like teaching, like in LO when they teach about the diet. Because in LO there are sections at different age groups where they teach about eating healthy. But again, you can talk about eating healthy all day, but if you don't understand the home environment,
Yeah. Stable diet is pap.
You can't tell this person about they need to eat kale. Yeah, so I feel like money is it's like siyadlala. Like lento sizama ukuyenza like siyadlala, and you see it in these well-off schools when you listen to the kids speaking, ukuthi oh, money is spoken about at home. Or not necessarily ukuthi it's set down formally, but it's spoken about in the sense that diet is spoken about at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not like your mom and your dad sit you down and say, oh no, Jonathan, you need to make sure that you need to have your micros and your macronutrients. They don't do it like that, but it's part of the daily conversation. Why did you spend this? Is there a need for that? That's very frivolous. Why would you do something like that? Manage your money. So when you make money, you can save it and you can get more. And it's a constant thing. So I look at the school system and I've forgiven the school system, bro. Because the school system is not there to necessarily teach you per se. It's there to more babysit you and then add just enough of a foundation for you to then learn more should you leave school. The mere fact that you can be an accountant without having matric accounting tells me everything I need to know about school.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
I can get that.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So like, it just gives you just enough. It gives you just enough. Ukuthi you can, should you spark an interest nyana post school when you get into the real world, then you can focus on. So when it comes about money, I think
You know what I'm saying they must focus on it, Mlotshwa, is because
Sure.
we've got people with a degree and a diploma that are protesting and saying there isn't money or we're not finding jobs. Because what has school taught you then? Or did it teach you how to make money in your specific field? That's a problem.
No, but that again, that's not the point of what school is about.
Okay.
Because again, I look at all these things. It's like
It's not there to solve your day-to-day problems.
I don't even know if it's there to solve any problems. I think it's just there so that you have a place to be between the hours of 7:30 and 3. It's glorified babysitting, bro. And I'm talking about this as an educator.
Sure.
I come from that space where I realize, Guti, this section that I'm teaching now, grade 6 maths, long division, the whole term, I'm teaching long division on grade 6. There's never, ever, I know 1,000 people, not one person has ever told me, Guti, I used long division today. It is 2 terms, I think, in grade 6 that you'll never get back in your life. That are the most pointless fucking section ever. And then the justification is, we're teaching you a different way of thinking. If you teach me a different way of thinking, you might as well give me a fucking kitchen fork and make me go do the garden and say, I'm teaching you a different way of gardening. You know, I can go piss on trees and say, I'm teaching you a different way of watering the plants. You know, so if you look at it, school is just
babysitting.
Between the hours of that, until we're mdala enough to not do something stupid at home by yourself. Once you know how to not do something stupid at home by yourself, then you don't really need school. School is literally 5 years of academic learning stretched over 12. That's it.
I'm trying to figure out do you know of any homeschooling community?
I know many homeschooling communities.
And how are they performing? Because I'm really thinking about it.
What's the aim?
No, I'm trying to figure out, do they work? Do they not work? Or are they exactly like school?
Something will work or not work based on the aim. Everything is aligned to your KPIs and objectives. If my goal is to do X, Y, Z, you know. Oh, okay. What's up, brother? You're right. Oh, super excited.
Spare.
This is amazing.
Need 2 of it. You can need 2 on camera. Yeah. That's crazy.
Our lives.
In 15 years.
Stop drinking World Cup.
Oh, no.
There's a story there.
There's a story there. There's a story there. There's a story there.
Figure it out.
Thank you for this.
So much.
You guys are Durban, Joburg.
Every week.
How often?
Every week. I landed yesterday. So every Monday we're out normally and come back on Wednesday or Thursday. Because we live in Joburg still.
Jeez. All right. No, guys, thank you so much for putting through. Like I'm such a groupie. I'm such a fan.
Wait.
But man. I remember driving. I used to drive Shanghai Golf 1.
Yeah.
Driving from Grahamstown to Enyukase.
Yeah.
And I play Kings of the Weekend. Because so like I'm such a group and I'm such a fan, and having you guys here is like for me such a moment. So I just want to appreciate.
It's always interesting.
I want to know if you World Cup or shy. Why?
I stored.
I stopped the World Cup during the World Cup.
You stopped drinking.
Yeah.
During the World Cup.
Yeah.
You had to be there.
You had to be.
Night of our lives. I understood. I didn't even fight him. I understood.
We were talking with Debs. I used to shoot what's that show?
In Forever Young.
Forever Young.
Yeah.
And you're talking about the NDAs that were signed. And the things that
men were there behind the scenes. They know very well. Guys, before social media became awareness,
This thing is gone now, man. Like,
before people felt the need to record every they came in. Oh,
you guys are old.
not even, bro. It's just
there's a switch that happened.
You guys are like my brother's age, bro.
How old's your brother?
86.
Yeah, he's my age group.
Yeah, I'm a little bit older.
What year are you?
Am I gonna say damn like
You're like
Kevin Hart,
90s.
bro? Usually,
No, I'm not in the 90s, but like, I'm better than
so I
you.
say 1K.
Uba.
Right.
What are you?
But ngcono than nina.
You're
Yeah.
like 80, 88,
Ngcono kunani, 89.
89.
So I'm a fresh 1K.
So we chain by name.
You're
No,
holding
I'm still a
on,
millennium.
bro.
Yes,
You're holding on.
I'm holding on.
Show up.
Oh snap! Okay, so you guys worked together back in the day, boo, forever young.
Yeah, no, the guys were there behind the scenes because they were friends with Amateur. That's like this corner, it's in the bit. They were always there.
Ah, you guys are
The industry was amazing, man. It was collaborations. I actually saw somebody saying, playing the DJ Khaled song. Is it Amon One? Amon One, and they went through just a number of songs and said, the industry will never know these sort of collaborations anymore, just because of what the game has become. Even back in the day, for Forever Young, we weren't on the show, but we were all a movement. There's Bloma Song, Slala Song, and would just be there to support each other.
Yeah.
When Boys and Bucks started out,
I was about to say,
we're there for that. My first post on Instagram when we started was with Scoop Marketing.
Yes. It's just a game. Just based on that, and I'm sorry to just for the guys that don't know, because you guys are speaking about that journey, and can we go all the way back?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
From the Soweto days, from Dala, where you guys are from originally, and then your journey, and then how you guys then met.
Cool.
Because I think people just know the DJing side. I'd love for you guys to unpack the entrepreneurial side.
Sure.
And the family side, if possible, and if there's time.
Cool.
That's a lot.
How much time do we have?
I'll let you go first.
You dictate. So with AMAGENTS, we're not trying to really ask questions, but because you guys said what you said, I'm thinking about Lane Tuana coming up that actually don't know the legwork, because they get to see you
how we got
guys.
here.
Yeah, because they see you guys, oh my God, and they don't know Guti, Amachita Sugalana, and this is what they have to put in and Bashalent in order to get to where they are now.
Talk that talk.
Where do we even start? So Umdimande is from eThekwini.
July 1984, let's go.
July 1984, Snawane Clinic in Soweto. My mother was the third born of 5 daughters.
Okay.
And when she had me, I was then the first boy to come into the family, because the first sister had a daughter, the second one had 2 daughters, then my mom had me as the boy, then this one had a daughter, another daughter. So I then became Ingane Yasekhaya, umkhulu athi sengimtholile akayindawo lo wabona khaya. So it's actually a crazy story, because when my mom then got married, umkhulu was like, bathi mkhulu lo mkhohle. And then old lady moved. She started working for Eskom at the time.
Okay.
And she moved to Mpumalanga, Emalahleni, with Bank. So we stayed in Malahleni for a couple of years. Then she took up a scholarship and she moved to the USA to go and study.
Oh, wow.
And then I was shipped off to Pretoria to boarding school.
From Kwakuka to...
Yeah, Linville actually.
Linville.
Yeah. If you do go to Kwakuka now, they finally have a clinic. My mom started that project, and this is 90s,
Just a bit of history for those that don't know. Kwakuka is the home of Hugh Masekela, if I'm not mistaken. And he speaks about it in that song. Simela. There's a train coming from Kwakuka to, beautiful, beautiful side of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you... In Malahleni.
Yeah, then I moved to Pretoria to boarding school.
Where did you go?
I went to Christian Brothers College, CBC. Yeah. What a time, man. What a time.
Okay.
I think I was too young to have experienced the early years of Soweto.
Okay.
And then I moved to Malahleni, but I used to visit.
Sure.
And you could feel the vibe and the difference. But also when you're in Malahleni at the time, everybody speaks about Nyechos.
Sure.
That was the main thing, Nyechos. But then I moved to PTA.
So, but the way that you're absorbing Soweto as like the outsider is very different.
No,
'Cause when
100%.
you grabbing everything.
Everything. So my advantage is Mangbuele Soweto, the kids on my street, 2 streets away, there was just that vibe where hey, ubuyiluleko, sambe naye, sepolena, sambe naye. So you know, that sort of thing. But seeing Twana at the time. And part of it was Amakrotman Bewakam. And back in the day, bad company. You know, which would then later on in life come back to visit me because when I came back from Pretoria, I then moved back to Joburg and Mangbuya mineskoleni ngidlule khoneni now magrotmane ngwaziyo. Hey, salute ni grand. See, I'm a police.
And you know them from
Ekasi, from like
From when
Ekasi.
you were a child,
You
yes.
were like Ekasi. So what then starts to happen is there was this thing called bad company. They could arrest you for hanging around with the wrong crowd.
guilty by association.
Yeah. And ayikho difficult for a bad company, but they're just detaining you. Ukuthi uhlale lapho umarinate uzicabange. And then they release you. Just to shake things up. And then with that, then I came back to do my high school in Joburg. And then now I'm fully getting a grasp of equally for real. Now I'm having a takes.
You staying with the Ikel.
Ngihlala nomakoko. Yeah,
Okay, sure.
nomakoko nomkhulu.
Sure.
But by then ne old lady beselibuyile.
Okay.
So I'm now spending my time between Gakoko ne old lady.
Sure.
This bad company thing happens. Now I can't go to Gamakoko anymore because when I'm away lokshini, ubanje.
Are you JP now at this
I'm at JP at this stage. Yeah.
Come on, JP boy! Come on, JP! Come on, boys!
Yeah. So I'm at JP Boys at this stage. I'm then I start throwing parties with my friends. I joined. There was this really cool thing which I think would be a mess in this day and age. It was called Interact. It was a group. Basically, what you guys did is it was a group of guys from different schools that come together to do good. So we'd do soup kitchens.
Yeah.
We'd, go.
So it's like
to
CSI
halls.
type of thing.
CSI type of thing. But how they reward you guys is with a camp at the end of it.
Finally, you take a sort of
Yeah.
a
but
camp once a year.
The same results.
Lalela. Le camp le.
Same results.
But the best years of my life. I have no complaints about it. I would do it all over again.
Can you just put a pause there?
Yeah.
Then you have to catch up to this point.
Sure.
Yeah.
So again, mina, Durban boy, Mlazi, born a long time ago. Moved out of Mlazi in '93, and Naves always laughs about that. Move before democracy.
This guy lived in the suburbs before 94.
So moved to Montclair in Durban. I went to Glenwood Boys.
Sorry about that.
Green Machine, we're still doing the things. Was a prefect and all those things then. But
Wait,
listen, it's not my fault I'm well spoken.
Wait,
let me help. I can articulate myself.
Ospe was an A student, right?
Sure.
He was like head boy stuff. All of the things, the nerds, the box of the nerd at school.
Yeah.
He used to tick all those boxes.
I do.
Yeah. So don't fly through it like it's not an accomplishment. It's okay.
Oh, I was a nerd. I was in the band. I know.
I was in the band.
He used to play the
I was in the band.
I used to play the trombone.
Same.
You didn't play the trombone. He waited for me to say the word trombone, and then he was a trombone.
Listen to me. I said the boom thing.
trombone, flugelhorn. I was there.
Because I know Cleveland has a band.
Yeah, I was
Listen, that's my dude.
Also, at that time, I happened to then start a quite a group with my stepbrother Trevor Gumbi. Okay. So that's when we were like,
Wait. Hey, so you put that in harmony. It's just no. You'll have to unpack that
Okay,
part
sharp.
as well.
that part's stepbrothers because his dad married my mom. So
Trevor Gumbi.
yes, the comedian Trevor Gumbi.
Yes.
So they got married. So that's how we are stepbrothers. But we knew each other from like kids level. As Lala families were close, like
Sure.
Nandani. And then parents got married later on in life. We went to the same high school. Then we were in the same neighborhood growing up as well. Then we became official brothers via
yeah.
marriage. with a quite group called 031, and our whole thing was Melissa Josie, whatever.
Let's hit it with the song. I'm ready. One, two, three, go. I-031 izokushaya ngaphakathi. Hey, i-031 izokushaya. That's my guy. That's my guy. Guys, I take him anywhere. 031, that's my dude.
I'm sorry.
i-031 izokushaya ngaphakathi.
Or somewhere, I'm gonna Google the shit
on
out of
YouTube. So
I'll find it. Okay.
The only person that has the archive is me. I've got it on VCR.
We don't know.
On the cassette TV.
We don't know.
No one knows where it is.
Give me a chance.
But me.
Let me tell you something. I've got
Good luck.
little kids that are very tech savvy. My boys will find it.
It was never posted, so good luck.
Don't worry, we'll figure it out. Come on, if I go say I go share, I go mix it somewhere back in the day.
That was way before then.
Even I got a glimpse of it by mistake. Like,
031
izokushaya ngaphakathi. Hey, and it's from those days because that was Kwaito. Kwaito was that in those days. You know what I mean?
It was that.
Those simple,
It was
punchy
that.
lyrics.
Yeah.
But it started like the whole movement for me. I was
Just
like, okay,
you
no,
two.
yes, Ekoli. I was the three of us, but the other guy we don't really mess with.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry for him. So then I came to Joburg and I was like, okay, sharp and wits, shy accounting, but I really want to find myself in the industry. Right.
Sure.
So one figure Wits and Klangana with this radio thing, Voice of Wits, and they're like, yeah, we're looking for new talents. I'm like, not bad. Let me try it. Through my hard work and dedication, a month later I become music manager. And then 6 months later. 6 months later, I become the breakfast show host. And I'm like, okay. So here I am doing breakfast radio on campus. Studies are taking a backseat, but I got my degree. So I've got a BCom accounts degree. And that's when I was meeting everyone. I was meeting both DJ Cleo, your Freshes, your Skittles, your Mondays. I'm like, okay, this is big and this is going places. Fast forward, I meet Euphonic, 2007, and he's like, yo, bro, let's work. And I was like, yeah, let's work. Because we kind of owned Vits, me and my friends. We started the Vits DJ Society, and they owned Ra, which became UJ.
Sure.
Him and Frankie. So then we were like, let's work together and just own this whole thing.
Frankie.
DJ Frankie. I don't know whether you know him.
From
Yeah, too young.
From Rockets. I don't know whether you know. Okay, sharp. And so then at that stage, we're working together, and Euphonic gives me my first big
not
break.
Rose and Oaks, Frankie.
No.
Okay.
Euphonic gets a call to do a Sunday night show on 5FM called My House. And then he calls me and says, yeah, bro, I got a call. They want me to do this radio show. Please jump on to produce it and do stuff on there. I'm like, cool. Dope. We get going there, and it's amazing, has lots of impact. And now I get hired at 5FM now to be behind the scenes. And
This
while
is like 08, 09 vibes.
yeah.
Okay.
So while behind the scenes, that's when I run into Naves a lot, who also has history with Euphonic from when they were growing up and throwing parties.
And Paul.
Throw it back to.
So my parents and Euphonic's parents went to school together at Uni Zulu.
Okay.
Ongoy,
Yeah.
yeah. So they went to school together, and then once he was also a part of that whole intercon thing, and that's how we met up and became
So you
friends
finished
again.
JP,
Yeah.
and then from JP, the
From
journey was
JP.
what? Skebeng lese. Hlele makhulu man.
So I finished JP.
Nimekhona nibambe imoto zethu.
Aye,
General ilaleli general.
yeah.
General ilaleli.
Awushama subafu.
Oh, general.
I finished at JP, and I decided I was going to do sound engineering.
Sure.
So I got into sound engineering for a year, but I was having a party, man. It was my first year out of school. I wouldn't attend classes. I was just like living this life where I had access. I was friends with the Naked DJ, who
Sure.
I met through because of Euphonic. They were all
Sure.
living in Benoni.
Yeah.
So then I had access to this entire industry because of the relationship with Naked and Euphonic.
Sure.
Opened doors. I got to meet everybody at the time. YFM was the station.
Sure,
You couldn't mess with Y. So I knew then AK Umkaka. I knew of all the guys. Kabzela. Crazy enough, Abdil. Kabzela used to live in Winchester Hills in the south of Joburg. I lived in Ridgeway. So when he was driving to go wherever he was going, he'd drive through our neighborhood and we'd be chilling, like literally ngaphandle in Ridgeway where my mom's house is. And this guy would just stop and talk to us and You know, it was just the vibe. So by the time I then was doing the sound engineering, my mom was like, bro, like I've seen the thing, bro. It's the first 6 months of the year. Attendance register says you've been there 4 or 5 times. Uyaphi wena, you know, and I'm like, no.
endlini ekuseni uya.
Ngiyasicela ukufika esicela ngiyafika but ungene eklasini ila ngingafiki khona. What was happening then is Euphonic was at UJ, so bengasafiki nokufika mina esicela bese ngiya straight to UJ no ploma nje the whole day, and my mom was like, bro, something's got to change.
When you are make sense at corner shop.
Yeah,
I thought you went to UJ.
yeah, I was at UJ every day without fail. In fact, even before I signed out for sound engineering, I was going to go register at UJ. And like the grass there was green, there were beers, it was a vibe.
There were beers, there were birds.
Yeah, man, it was a vibe. So I'd just sit there and enjoy 5 rand beers, chips, it was just a vibe. So
I'm so sorry, guys. Oh gosh.
it was a wild time, man. It was too much freedom to give a young man like myself who had lived in boarding school.
Who understood the game?
No, besides that, I'd lived in boarding school and it was always
so
strict. Now it's like, whoa, I went to
curfew.
a boys' school.
This is what I said. When I said when I got to Joburg.
Yeah.
It was like coming from a small town to another small town. Now just lights.
Yeah, man.
I was just like, ngeke bangibambe la.
Futhi nemoto.
My freedom.
I'm shy.
Nabushaya ngo-200 rand. Yabe ibhodlela le-Russian beer 80 rand.
Khuleka.
Yo, 2 liter ye-Sprite.
That's one thing that I always constantly say, like about umuntu ofika egoli ukuthi don't forget ukuthi igoli ayishodi ngabantu abazophuza nawe and make you forget about your dreams. So uma ufika la ube otherwise lava bazokuqeda kakhulu.
You see the problem with Uspe. Uspe is just coming with so much logic and
You
reason.
know what I'm trying to figure out?
He's just making too much sense.
With what the guys are saying, and I just want to hear the opinion about the foreigners' mentality. Because you can't, I'm not saying you're foreigners.
Yes, I understand what you mean.
We have the social media, you have to put a disclaimer.
I get the context. Yeah.
Hey, so I'm trying to figure out, were you guys unique in the sense that you guys needed to survive, or it was you guys a family, you can just amalgamate and become part of each other? What was that foreigner mentality, even when you were going up in your skill and becoming this big DJs, you know? What was that?
I think for me personally, I was fortunate because with the background of coming from Soweto, Soweto, when it came to music industry, the moment you said you're from Soweto, everybody would listen.
Pay attention.
So you'd pay attention. So I think a couple of the barriers went down, but it wasn't without failure. It wasn't with mina being forced of it. I couldn't mix. I couldn't DJ. Oh my God. It was horrendous. I was paying kakhulu. I was paying nabangani bakhe bebangizonda because this guy couldn't mix, but he had so many gigs.
He had access. He was mixing on breakfast at Metro. Ulizwe asho uthi Naves wow.
I'm inside, you know, because of access and just being able to. No, it'll be better next week. It'll be better next week. That time I'm gonna better next. Yeah, I'm working the crown. I think the other advantage was I figured that if you had a good circle of friends around you who could go and speak positively about you to the next person, the knock-on effect was insane.
Tremendous.
I want you guys to carry on this conversation because I wanted to go back to what we spoke about with Penwell about talent.
Sure, that's exactly what I want to do.
And that's what he's touching on. But
Exactly.
I want to get to a point where you guys linked up.
Okay,
Yeah. We're getting
there now. So then after this sound engineering thing doesn't
Now
work,
you're at UJ.
I changed
every day.
course and I now sign up to do a marketing.
Okay.
With the IMM. Which I finally get done. And
Emphasis on finally.
yeah. And within that, then you're on the scene, you know, you're throwing parties, you're moving, you're meeting each other. But it's nothing formal. It's just to say, hey, sure, right.
Sure, spare.
Thank you, sure, Naves.
Make some sense.
Then at that time, then I started working with Ammunition. Ammunition produces an album for Salvin and also Wicked.
Yes.
And then asks me, hey, Chief, can you go on the road with these guys as they DJ? And then I do that. That then leads me to meet Thibaut Touch.
Okay.
I meet Thibaut Touch. I'm there. We're there for an interview. Something goes wrong with the interview. Thibaut Touch like, yo, I'm going to Durban. Let's go. I said, cool. This is a Saturday night, 9 o'clock at night.
Like TT.
Singena TT shayi imoto seThekwini. Sifike eThekwini tilt no socks. Nomngane wami is my friend to this day, uPilastos still. Sigroove. Ngithi siyolala mina ilanga seliyavela athi uthatha sibuyele eGoli.
Shy mode.
Shayi imoto ke sibuyele eGoli. Same night.
And then started
And then that's how I started then to produce
Rhyme and Reason.
Rhyme and Reason, the hip hop show. So I
Saturday night
started
with
Saturday night on Metro FM. I started producing specifically the top 10, the local segment.
Sure.
So my job was then to source all the new local hip hop songs, the artists for interviews. And that's where this thing starts for me. I then build from that, learn how to DJ finally, because the pressure manje, seyiningi manje. You're on a hip hop show, mara ukwazi ukumixa. Sangana leyo nto leyo. I do that. The mixes on there then start earning me a place to mix on Drive, start earning me a place to mix on Breakfast.
Yeah.
In fact, I looked at it, I was thinking about it the other day. There was a space where we were doing 3 or 4 mixes a week on Metro FM.
This is like what, 09?
Pre-09, 07, 08.
07,
Yeah.
08, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Then with that, Metro FM is on the 8th floor at the SABC, and that's where 5FM is.
Sure.
As well. So with the meeting up consistently, I then start to hang out in Spear's office. So Spear had a desk and there was a beanbag there. So I would always just come in and beanbag the whole day, talking while he's working. And at that time, you must remember, 5FM was doing the craziest parties. They had Fresh, they had Euphonic, Roger Good,
Gareth
Cliff, Anele, all those guys were just
all at
banging.
5.
Like when 5FM said Gune Party, they'd put up tickets today, an hour or two later, sold out. Then they used to do these T-shirts, Puza Thursday, this and that. Me, ngihleli ku-beanbag, mabagaya ama-DJ we-5FM keeper, nami zami, dwala, ziyaphuma. You know?
Because he's a part of the family.
By association, I mean, what did you say? Guilty by what did you say?
100%. Yeah. So then that's how we then
Good company, though.
yeah. So then with time, Spear submits a demo to Metro.
Okay.
Right? At that time, I'm still producing for Touch. But then Touch and them somehow find, I think they were clashing or something wasn't working and he didn't want to do that weekend show anymore. Then Fista's Mixwell says, Spear, I've got a shot for you. Go and try this show out. Naves, I need you to do technical for Spear, because at the time I could do technical. I was cutting the promos, running the desk, and that sort of thing. Then we go and
Correction. He wasn't Touch, was Penny Libya.
Penny Libiani, there we go. Yeah. Then
Uspe reminds me of Penny.
Begai prefect.
You and him. You are him, he is you.
It's just that Spear doesn't have as many
Kids. Yeah, no, he's got kids with that.
women, but I
Show it, no.
Show it. He's my brother and I love him. Yes.
So we then, I get to do that for him.
Sure.
And the first week, Spear says, yo, I'm going to need you to talk with me. And I said, nah, man, I'm just here to press buttons. Make sure the ads play, put on the callers, and that sort of thing. I see him in, Naves, what do you think? I'm like, Naves. Then we switched on the mic. We spoke together. They came back and they said, don't do that again. The following weeks, I pinned. After that.
They shouldn't have said don't do that again. I think that was also just because then you're like, bet.
After that, this thing just steamrolled. It was like you blinked and
Yeah, it snowballed.
it snowballed.
That is now 2009.
2010.
2010.
Yeah, May 2010.
May 2010.
Like, I'm not sure whether it was before or after you stopped drinking.
It was before.
Okay.
Yeah, I was still
Yeah, because
drinking.
it was May, the World
Yeah,
Cup was
June. Yeah, I was still drinking.
You're still drinking in there. And for like another month or two. Yeah. And then all of a sudden,
So at the time also we are DJing separately. But everywhere we go, people are like saying, hey, where's Spear? Like whenever he's alone and wherever I am, they're like, where's Naves? So then him and I spoke. We're like, Bana, nah, pressure. of us being together all the time. So let's just combine our fees and pitch it to a client. So we spoke to our clients, like, yeah, we're joining this thing together now. Here's the fee. What's okay, sharp? Yeah. No one said, what's okay? No, sharp. All our clients took it. So then it became Sphectacula and DJ Naves. And then like a year or two later, we're doing a link on the radio show. And then I think one of the moments I said, yeah, well, from the Kings of the Weekend, Sphectacula and DJ Naves. And then as I said it, our eyes went,
That's the
Kings of the
moment.
Weekend. That's the moment. That's when that was born.
Like you guys don't understand, and you brought up Cleo, so I'm gonna name drop.
Yeah.
We were speaking this morning actually, and I said, "Guti, hey bro, actually, I'm gonna be chatting to Naves today, you know." And Cleo was like, "Oh, well, welcome to the club," and I was like, "But it's so crazy because you guys have niskulisile."
Yeah.
Not just in the music, but in how you guys have carried yourselves, you know. And the only disservice that we have done, or society has done, or the lack of social media, is that the stories haven't been told. And in the stories, there's so much education.
Yeah.
And it's leading itself into the question that we wanted to say, and for the kids that might be watching, the journey to get to that point, let's just say 2010, how much of it is actual talent? How much of it is just pure luck? How much of it is we will grind, even if the door is closed, so ngena nge window, you know? And what does that look like? Because people will look at you guys and where you guys are now and just say, these guys are just talented.
Nothing beats hard work. You can be the most talented guy in the world, but nothing ever beats hard work.
Yeah.
The number of gigs that we've had to play for free to get in through the door, the number of times you'd show up with your CD just waiting, hey, akafikanga. Yeah, ngena udlale. Nothing will beat.
We've paid our dues.
We've paid our dues,
Yeah.
man.
So I'd say hard work, 75%.
Yeah.
Luck, 5%. And then the rest, I guess, is talent plus other things.
Because we had this debate and these guys were having me, because I said I don't believe in talent. Because I don't know if Tiger Woods is talented or not. How do we figure out if Tiger Woods is talented? Because this guy's been grinding since whatever. How do we know if Serena's talented?
This is the same thing I was saying yesterday. I had a conversation to say, Ingane, for example, Zengamla, start playing rugby 4 or 5 years old. By the time I get to JP Boys and they're introducing me to rugby, these kids have 7 to 8 years, 10 years on ahead of me.
Not just watching it, not just playing it, watching it with their fathers and analyzing the game.
By the time I'm saying, okay, saying on manch, you know, saying first team player.
Sure.
These guys, that means that 10 years is now 15 years of experience of playing and. But not only that, the nutrition side of it. They are 10 years ahead of us. The time spent, and also, time I like an owner, what stationers. So time I like has the time to say, no, my extra lessons, then you enter a personal trainer or young told. Many times also Spanish, la Jerez time because if time and old lady al Jerez,
Sure.
Landly. So a lot of that's why I say hard work guys will because the talented guys sometimes don't show up. But the hard worker will show up. There are people who have this natural, thing. They don't have to work hard. They don't have to.
And that's where the talent thing comes in. Like, that's why I say I disagree with you because of that. Like they're just saying now, these kids have all this background and foundation, 9-9. And they come and they meet you and you're like, oh, okay, like it's and in 2 months' time, you are better than them. That's talent. That extra finesse, Econ, that these guys have been doing it for decades, just can't get to. They just physically can't. They mentally can't. It's just talent.
Is that 2 months? And I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Is that your whole life? You've been fighting to have a voice, to have a presence, to have whatever. Your whole life, whether it's the trombone, whether it's you leadership, whatever. You've been fighting. Right. So you've worked on that skill. I'll beat down any door and every door. So when you're given opportunity, I say, here's a hockey stick. You take the learnings from that world, you apply it here,
Yeah.
Much like if I said to Serena Williams right now, she has to become a professional soccer player. She will take the skills that she's learned from years in tennis and she'll become a good soccer player way quicker than most. I get confused because the reason why I'm saying
Right.
the reason why I keep clashing with the whole talent thing is that I feel like a lot of us will see Uspe figuring something out in 2 months and say, "Une talent," not knowing what you spent your whole life having to figure things out.
Well, look, the end of it is life's experiences prepare you for what you're still going to do in the future.
Sure.
So I might, for example, have struggled with the trombone when I was a kid, but I spent so much time. It's like maths, for example.
Yeah.
But I put enough time and hours practicing it. I become good at it, right? Then I move on to a new discipline.
Sure.
And guess what I have now? I've the experience to say, let the maths being cooler, but the more time I put into it, I got better at it. Then now,
I understand discipline. I understand sitting my ass down, putting my head down, grinding.
And this is where I fight with both of you.
yeah.
Was this PSV?
Michael Jordan
Sure.
brought all that basketball experience like Nanani and the talent and tried to apply all that thinking Nanani to baseball. Did he become a legend at baseball? No.
No, of course.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
so
But it didn't take
he
the
was
same.
talented at basketball, but
He
couldn't
played in
use
the
the same
minors, bro.
everything that he's
Athlete.
learned.
But he played in the minors.
Yeah, he's an athlete, that's pig log, but I'm just talking about good, like talent. We're talking
I'll
about
give you
talent.
another example here.
But he played in the minors. That's like saying,
Mlotshwa,
but he dropped out of Harvard.
Mlotshwa, if you say to you right now, become a mathematician, would you become it?
No, I'm saying if given, I now
I'm saying
understand.
you right now.
No, you asking me a question, Guti, in the sense of would I like to become?
No.
No.
You say we need to force you to become it.
Yeah, I'll
But
become
you
it.
said
I'll become.
never. You're smoking.
Why are you saying that?
He said,
can
he's
I
basically
tell you
saying
why?
you're not smart enough.
You're smoking.
He could be right. So I remember I struggled with maths my whole high school life.
Yeah.
Right.
I was a teacher from 2010 to 2022. So I was, and guess what I taught? Taught maths. You know, because it's almost like I cracked
Yeah. I
the
get
code.
that.
Yeah.
You know, in the sense Guti, maths, unlike other subjects, is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's like learning the violin.
Yeah.
It's a constant practice. That's all it is. You know, it's understanding Guti, you have to scaffold the principles. If you don't understand what 1 + 1 is, you'll never understand what 2 times 2 or 3 times 3.
Yeah.
So you have to scaffold the principles.
Yeah.
But unlike geography, where we was cram chapter 6,
Yeah.
open and boom, pumu chapter 6 in the exam paper. Now you do well because you are lucky.
Man, I hear you, but I'm just saying that there is something that is, there is something about genetics. That's what we're
100%.
speaking about, that there are some people that have a 1% an advantage over you. In that
I think it's I think it's so small it's nebulous.
Never.
I disagree.
I totally disagree.
I think given you, let's just say you at age 18, being mentored by you, when do you think you'd get to this level? Now you've got resource, you've got theory, you've got practical. You would have gotten to you in half the time, if not less.
Agreed.
And I'm saying, in that case, that person will be called
Nah.
sober.
I think the dynamics.
No.
There's,
I will die on
I
this.
think
Like, you're
there's
holding on to
dynamics
something.
that you're leaving out.
Yes.
And also when I look at there's dynamics. When you bring up the Michael Jordan thing, when Michael Jordan went to do the baseball, the dynamics were different because he already had basketball money. So he had a comfort the hunger is
Wasn't
not
the
there.
same.
I'm doing this thing because I am Michael Jordan and I can do whatever I
But
used
he wanted
to.
to prove the baseball point, to which I can do everything.
And he did it. No,
He did. He was in the
did.
minors. He went to the majors, but he was in the minors.
I said
Yeah,
this
but
to
the thing is,
somebody.
like, he couldn't get, because he wanted to get to that
But he didn't
same
put the
level
same
of
time.
brilliance.
Think about
he
the
didn't
time.
put
I'm
time.
talking about
Those are the dynamics.
Like you said
He
earlier,
had
Uguti,
1 year.
you are coming with everything that you've learned and been taught.
In 1 year. He stopped in 93.
It's what I was saying to
You are
somebody.
disputing talent, and I'm like, no, you can't
I'm saying
dispute talent.
if he
It's a real thing.
No, I'm saying this. It's like when we were growing up in high school, right? We had these, I call these white kids that were like super at cricket, super at rugby,
Yeah.
or
Polo,
you,
what you
do you understand
name
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah,
Any
We
sport,
hardly
yeah.
hear of those things anymore. I don't know whether the schools have become more specialized or messengers are just sena talent.
They're still there. We're just not
I'm running away because when I'm listening to you guys' story, all I'm hearing is hard work. That's all I'm hearing.
No, if that's
I'm
what you take away from this, I'm with you.
I'm like, you guys have been grinding fantuka.
But I also
I'm not
feel
talented.
like I also feel like
Mina ngifo
that's
Steve.
what
I'm not talented.
I don't disagree with that.
Because net radio, it was never my plan.
Yeah.
It was never my plan.
What was playing
This
ring,
man
brother?
said, hey, ring.
Ring, boy.
And then it became what this thing is. I can't say net talent.
And this is 2010, and now we're hearing you 15 years later.
Yeah.
So 15 years later, we're like, yes, this guy's so mercurial, like he's so.
Mina, I hear what you're saying.
And if it's not day cap, we are used.
That's 15 years later. If we heard it in 2010,
Yeah.
we might be like, hey, this,
Mina, I hear
this
what you're saying,
combo.
Mlotshwa, but there has to be a thing about genetics. You are disputing that genetics doesn't play anything in your life.
And that's what I'm fighting. I'm good. Talent is natural to some
That's
people. So,
absolutely
looking at the
impossible.
hard work that you are seeing from our story, ne, let's bear in mind the difference between manje and then. Yes, begin gatekeeping and necessary gatekeeping.
Thank you.
Ayikho leyo nto manje uthenga equipment nani ku-YouTube
I want to
nabantu
talk
abasha
about that.
again.
What-
But
what-
back
wait,
in the
wait.
day, even if bewublind bakubona ukuthi mhlawumbe una something, they're like, hi. So you had to work hard to prove ukuthi yabo kudala but like mawumix eklabhini sheyashe lodwa
you're
bayakhipha
out.
that song you're out kuthiwa out wena bodlala kuyena ngoba lo akafuna ukudlala.
Wait.
So what do? You go home and you practice that same set the whole week.
What
Worst
do you
of
mean?
all, you only have 10 vinyls.
Yeah.
DJ Waxy has 1 million of them. Afike eklapini adlali A side ne B side yale 10 records onayo.
And you must still jump on after him.
Hey, who's who ite?
So what do you have? You must find it.
Mawudlala abantu bangajive peace udlala deep lapha. Afike uAldo, may his soul rest in peace.
Hey, wire.
Athi,
Wire. Move.
move.
Again? Sister Bettina.
Yeah. Asuke lapho athi
Shiny crowd.
selapi.
Shiny crowd.
Athi I don't even have to mix. Look at the crowd.
So come back and quit fucking around.
What did you guys take from that? Like, what was the lesson?
Bang it.
Always be
Progress.
ready.
Before you guys came, we were talking about pain and progress. Because think about the humiliation,
pain and progress,
the embarrassment, the
Yeah.
shit, and you using that as fuel to drive you to become.
Somebody I once mixed on Mad Half Hour. I think ngidlala ngama-cassette.
Say who it was.
It was a phone call.
Don't say Don't say
There was a caller. The people called in.
Yeah.
And the one guy was like, bro, you can't mix, but hey, ingoma ze hip hop was pete boy. Then the next caller came in and dala ngama-cassette. It was on Thomas's show. And Thomas said, Jita, just go home, practice, and you can come back. I'm telling you, bro.
That is no.
Yeah, 100%. But you need, for me, that's what I'm saying to you. Mina Gents, the talent thing, Mina, I know for a fact. I know for a fact.
Oh God.
In the army, Mina was hard work. It was showing up consistently, putting in the effort. And then when I could see that this thing had now gotten a bit of fuel,
Sure.
I said, I need to fix this thing. I then went and I spent the time fixing it. But
Okay.
for
Finessed it.
For me, hard work will never. Nothing will beat hard work for me.
I want to go back on to what Uspe was saying, Muti, the necessary gatekeeping.
Yeah.
What do you mean by necessary?
I look at things now. Things come way too easily to a lot of people. And that's why, especially what we are seeing now with the Janos generation, a lot of people just don't respect and take seriously like what the heavens has given them. You've got hit songs, abantu love to book you, but on Mondays and Tuesdays, no one can reach your office to book you. You don't take anybody's calls. You rock up to your gigs 2 or 3 hours late. You overbook yourself and you don't make it to some gigs. Tina, that would have never happened. The first time it happens, that's the last time anyone hears about you, because that's how quickly word spreads. And people are like, I consider us, say I'm block. Mind you, things have changed. Like there's no one saying that one is not serious or not ready yet. Asimiege apole, aspane as a
So when you say necessary gatekeeping, you're talking about vetting.
Nah.
not vetting.
Making sure
Please help me
that
explain it.
the person who gets the opportunity
Yeah.
is deserving.
Because the gatekeeping with you guys, which was effed up, was there was many people that I don't think were deserving. Hence why you guys had to getting a wind and grind so hard. Because it was at a time where you guys had to be almost 5 times better than some of the guys that had opportunities.
100%.
Hence why you've lost it so long.
100%.
So the gatekeeping, I don't think it was so that you guys can be the best. It was so that they can contain it.
Nah, I think for me it was for us, and when I look at it now in retrospect, it built perseverance, it built appreciation for
Yes.
the opportunity, it built the thing yoguti, hey, lendo le ngitholanga lula, I can't risk it. Now,
No, my actually, as Naves says that, what comes to my mind is that we all treated this thing as sacred. This thing was special. Manje, it's no my.
being mixer, my
people
mix,
don't have to work for
my
it.
mix would play at 7:40 a.m. Sometimes I'd be at the SABC making sure that that mix is fine tuned from 2 a.m. till 6 a.m. The 20-minute mix, and there's a possibility that it will only play for 8 minutes. But every week, show up with a new, fresh mix.
So don't you think the let's call it gatekeeping now is the fact that it's so saturated in this space?
No, there's no gatekeeping, no.
No, but I'm saying because there's so many kids, like for you to actually break through, because the competition is not the same because of now the ease of access.
Yes.
You know, with your social media, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Now for you to actually stand out and to get booked consistently, you have to be of something. No?
It's scary, man. I really am scared because Guneindwana who come out with a banger. And the one thing you say to them is, please don't stop recording. But he's sure, man. The last time that guy was in the studio was when they made that hit song. Then they don't record because they're gigging for the next 6 to 8 months.
And
By
people are
the
asking
time-
them to come to studio,
Yeah.
and they just don't
By
go.
the time the 8 months comes, you've missed so many gigs, you've pissed off so many people. Nobody wants to get into studio with you. Now you almost have to do what? Start afresh. But you are no longer endlaleni manje. Right?
Sure.
Indlala sekushayani manje in the next 4 months because I'm a booking awaseko. Nobody wants to associate
Ibank
with you
iyafona.
anymore. Ibank iyafona. La urente khona mid-rent but
But hey, Baba,
What was the point?
awusakhona ukukhapha
landlord,
insurance
it's
yemoto.
manje.
Then how? Ihamba iyabuya.
Buya umqondo.
Phela bor. Sanfonela phela.
Buhlalela bor.
Is it?
You guys are all the same. You and your bro Penson. No, listen. He's a cousin.
How dare you, sir?
He's a cousin.
How dare
But
you?
listen, he's your brother. You guys are related. Ekazi.
Who are you guys making of? I denounce fire.
This is where I'm gonna go. Yes, Java fan of us in Newcastle.
No.
That's the worst of the bunch.
No, you can say that in a school. So
Bro, come on, bro. We have a brother who's Pelele Arnold Mkize.
Sure.
From Newcastle. We were in
He is the salt of the earth.
We were in Newcastle.
He's
last
probably
week,
like
Last
Thursday.
week we're in Newcastle.
You guys go to church there?
Yeah, we went for a gig.
It's your rock.
And then you probably went to bed like 10:30.
I
No,
would have loved to.
we left the place at like 11 to go to the gig.
That's not true. Newcastle people are very calm. They're loving.
Let me tell you.
got beautiful souls.
Listen, and I say
Newcastle
this.
people are the most beautiful.
Let me
human
ask you a
beings.
question, right?
Yes.
This is my theory about Newcastle. When I say Newcastle Yantanda, please sing. Let's not fight. about
Nathi
this.
Santanda, yes.
All the
Trying to find the politically correct.
the
words.
correct.
He has to find the
Yeah, he has to, because
most of my family's from Newcastle, so he better say something right.
Kunj.
Oh, he can't come home anymore.
Yeah. Hey, Bafethu asibuyele neNewcastle sipusheni Bafethu. Listen,
Yeah.
I want to say in Joburg, in eThekwini, everywhere that I've gone, I've met some really beautiful people from Newcastle.
Yeah.
As I said, my bro is from Newcastle.
Yeah.
My problem is,
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Ngathi bonke bahambile. That's what I'm trying to find out. Or abaphumi.
So his complaint is that he has never seen a hot girl in Newcastle. That's his complaint. And I've shown him
But I've
countless
seen
times that-
gorgeous. Yes, but I've seen hot girls who
From
come
Newcastle,
from
but not in
Newcastle,
Newcastle.
but not in Newcastle. So mina ngakuthatha manje semsotho.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Basemsotho.
Manje.
I know exactly.
Keep on
So
going, man.
I'll tell you the problem with Newcastle.
Yes.
Newcastle is a very small place that is incredibly overpopulated for the little space that it is. So everybody's competing, everybody's aggressive for no reason. The girls in Newcastle are absolutely gorgeous, and their biggest problem is that they listen to men, bro. And amachita Newcastle ayaganga, dog. So create a level of firmness unnecessary. The good girls are at home. You'll never see them, bro. You'll never see them.
Shout out
And
to
the bad
Newcastle.
girls are they all over, bro.
Shout out to Newcastle.
Newcastle, the people in Newcastle are so hungry because we the city in northern Natal. You know, so if you have McDonald's in Newcastle and then you're driving, the next McDonald's will have it in Pietermaritzburg. Yeah, it's 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
You could have it. You know,
That's so sorry. You know, 4 or 5 of them in the neighborhood.
So
9,000 ethe mina ngise Newcastle. One ngangifonelanga.
ungaveza abantu.
Why ningangifonelanga khathi nikhona?
Yabona
I've
bahlonipha.
never.
Osis bahlonipha eNewcastle. Osis baseNewcastle bahlonipha.
Anytime, please. What we saw there.
Did you see it now?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
No, but we're gonna blur that out. So yeah, Newcastle have a time, but this Newcastle Newcastle now.
That's why I'm saying to you.
I have a beautiful woman in Newcastle.
Yes.
The problem is that in Noir.
Then let me tell
I'm
you.
telling you, the good girls in Newcastle, you will never see them out, bro.
I was with one of the gents who helps us out on the road.
Sure.
I'm not gonna say his name because I don't know if he's dating or not.
Really?
So we get to. I'm huge into coffee.
Okay.
So first thing I go when I get into a city, I try and find a coffee shop.
Premium coffee here.
Sorry, Naves, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Shout out to Recoffee. I did a campaign with them back in the day.
shout out to
Recoffee, man. They put bread in my coffee. So we go looking for
bread
coffee.
in your coffee.
Yeah. And we find there's finally the big W is there and they've got a coffee stand. I was so excited. Then we went to I don't know, this guy went to something at the Clicks and we really saw a really nice girl. And she was going to see the nurse. So my guy says, "Awa,
The highest HIV in the whole.
That's what my guy said. He said, "Look,
I don't know
the
about the
girl."
whole country, but in the whole province,
I wouldn't know.
Newcastle has the highest HIV.
Ah.
It's because it's such a small place. Everything is just.
Do you remember when there's a minister back in the day, and I stand to be corrected. If I'm wrong, please, Niang Luis. The minister said, the problem with black people is we are unemployed and have nothing to do, so we end up just rocking each other.
That's it.
Yeah.
In Newcastle,
And that's the problem.
Igora and abantu abathanda utshwala. That's it.
So njengoba kuvalwe i-school kuchazonyiwa.
And that's my problem with it. And that's why I'm saying, bantu baseNewcastle asibuyeleni mayihloma ihlasele hlangana Zulu. Let's go do something about it because we can't let it degenerate further than it has.
It's not degenerating.
But think about it, right? The biggest employer, wait, the biggest employer
Iskoya.
is closing.
That's
What do
very
you
sad.
think is going to happen?
This week.
That's very sad.
Do you understand what is going to happen?
Yeah, no.
Can I also actually tell you this?
So it would be prime for.
Amachita have got their bulk last payments from ISCO, like month end money, let's put my yard.
Yeah.
So whatever's happening there in this month,
Ganyiwe. Uma scrapyard boma village.
value scrapyard.
Value scrapyard?
And this is why I'm saying, you guys think I'm speaking badly when I say degenerate. Things are bad.
Value.
Things
a
are
few months
bad.
now.
There's no, this thing needs,
So your cousins, go right.
there needs capital
They said
to
village
flow.
center I got the last Thursday. So cousins corner, Scotine corner.
Yes, but this thing still needs capital to flow.
Sure.
And if there's no capital flowing,
So what happens, and in terms of talking about the foreigner's mindset or the traveler's mindset, is that the people in Newcastle that dare to dream leave. You know.
that
So-
guy with the trucks is there, man. Nida.
Yeah. Unico, no.
Mansion on top.
Yeah, but
He owns the mountain. I was like, damn.
So a lot of those guys, from the young guys, ne? You look at for example, there's no real institute of higher what. So abantu bayavaya kusifuna go UJ, sifuna ukuhlala go lapho. So you leave for greener pastures. It's just one of those spaces.
Someone smiled when you said laboratory.
Why
do you have so many great memories of Labori?
So
Someone smiled.
Say they
Are
are
you married?
Like switch it up, man.
Someone
Are
smiled.
you married?
I'm in a loving and happy relationship, yes.
In a relationship.
One relationship.
I put into again there, so let's boost.
This is Mlotshwa. This is defamation of, but you let
But listen, bro.
Sasa kwenye advocate.
Someone smiled when you said laboratory.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. You know what I love about you and your brother is you can try and distance yourself from it.
From what?
But it's not going to work. From your brother. It's a kazini, that is.
Penwell.
It's a challenge.
Let me
My
tell
brother
you.
is
Shout
of
out to
quality.
Penwell, right?
He's amazing.
Of course he is.
He's amazing.
The first time I met you guys was through Penwell at Parkhurst.
Yeah. So I don't know what he tweeted. He was on X and he said something about why people should have more kids. Somebody reposted him and says, how's mom, please? So
That's not funny.
So what? No, Iwaream is he keeps trying to distance himself from it, and it's like, for example, if you time in his temple,
Yeah.
right? I can't run away from it.
So can I tell you what happened?
Yes.
This is now me with the violins in the background. So I was in a relationship for 15 years with my ex. Beautiful woman, amazing. We've got 3 beautiful sons with her. And I fucked it up, bro, badly because of what you're talking about. Yeah, when I saw so I really messed it up. So it might be similar to your stopping alcohol story. I don't know.
Okay.
But for me, it happened so many times, and this amazing woman was so patient over the years until she couldn't anymore.
Bohlulwa yini vela? Let me understand ukuthi yini lebe ekuhlula ukwazi ukuthi nakho istofu esishisayo nasandla sami ngisibekile kodwa ngizobuyela futhi for wena ukuthi wena bohlulwa yini because
as an individual
you knew better, so especially like you're also quite a smart man. So
No, I'm not.
no.
Impact is not related to being smart.
No, but that's when I get you make the decision at the top ukuthi ngiyayenza lento lena noma ngiyenza.
But it's not related to smart.
Kanjani?
No.
I think it's a smart decision.
let me tell you and let me tell you what
It's a choice you make, I guess.
one of my biggest theories is, right?
Yeah.
Is whenever I'm about to do anything,
Sure.
I ask myself 2 questions. Uma uzothini? Angezwe ngale ndaba le. The second one is how would Spare react?
But this only happened when you are mature.
And
Before Shire, before you were couple.
there's none of the devil's nectar. Remove
So
the devil.
then you know what you need to do.
Oh no, I'm cool now. I'm cool now.
Yeah, but it's too late. She's gone.
She's gone, but
Listen.
it's a cooperator.
There's lessons.
So
It's a cooperator. She can move on in her thingy. So I messed up because I didn't know better.
Right.
I know better now, so I'm doing better.
Okay. In you
chance.
saying that you want to do better, has she agreed to give you a second chance?
No, he's with somebody else again.
With someone else.
You with somebody else?
Happily with someone else.
Okay, now here's my problem now. I had too much time with that guy yesterday. You've gone and got 3 kids with her.
Yes.
Did you were you dating her? Did you get married?
Yeah,
Wamlobola?
like everything, yeah.
Wayenza everything. Now my question to you is, lengane lezi njengoba ni lobola and now you've split up because of your actions. You've got 3 kids with her. Uyoshada ubani manje?
No, but my phone would say we spying.
Why are you relating marriage to kids?
Let him land.
So again, that's now because she decided. Ne? She decided to boom.
Because
of my actions.
Okay, don't leave that part out.
Oh no.
Because technically you pushed her out.
And I led with that. So it
Yeah.
wasn't like me just saying, oh, it was an amicable breakup. I led with the fact that I'm the reason, right? So, but at the same time, this is a grown woman who also decided to leave. Ne? So she decided to leave knowing Uguti, going out there, she will have her own challenges in should she want to continue dating and getting married.
Because now she has this baggage, like for
She has this baggage. No, and with me, because there's many quality women that would say, hey, bruh, baby mama drama, 3 kids. There's many women that I spoke to, excuse me, not to the extent that women face. I'm not going to dispute that.
Right.
But I also had my fair share. Now, excuse me, in the separation, all that, there was many chances and many attempts from my side to try and clean up my act and be a better guy. Damn. Yeah, but, and she was like,
You even went to church?
bro.
Damn.
Shout
yeah,
out.
that's when you know you're at the lowest.
Shout out St. John's. Yes,
Lalela
Catholic
mfethu.
Church.
Let me tell you, when a man starts saying,
I went, dog. I used to go to confessions every Friday, 3 o'clock.
Confessor.
Ukufeba kwami. Akushika yo.
Ngathi ngosufebela ukuconfessa manje.
Baba.
Yeah.
As when we trash.
It was.
I did confessions on Friday. I did this for a long time to try and show. I went for kokele psychologist. Imali ngekho. You know, and I uyamcela ibhuni secela ukuthi efike nosisi akafuni. She's like, I'm good. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Where we at now in our relationship, we were like, I don't know if our personalities were aligned. So even if we were to erase everything, it was only a matter of time until we separated because we're just different human beings looking for different things. And when we started,
you couldn't figure that out before the 3 kids.
we couldn't because on the journey we met 2008. We started dating 2008. On this journey, things are happening. There's always a new chapter.
Right.
And you guys are trying to be resilient and fight through what you guys are deeming challenges at the time.
Yeah.
And then boom, 2015, pregnant. Again, another pregnant. And then you're like, okay, the reason why we separate is because now we zoned in on the kids and we're like these ducks that are just fighting, you know, and we, no, until we realize, okay, now the kids are a little bit older. Do we vibe? You spoke about the third guy in the Kwaito group where you said and you're like, do our energies, we have the best co-parenting relationship I've ever come across. Like, it is disgusting, you know. And it's only because we've gotten to the point, and again, through the grace of talking and meditation and prayer and counseling, where we're like, we are so much better separated than we were together. And if you speak to not just us, the most important people, the 3 kids are saying, I've never seen mom so happy. I've never seen Ubaba so happy.
I give you permission to edit this out, and I'm asking this respectfully. Are you guys still
Smashing?
Yeah.
Not once. Not once.
It's never crossed your mind?
But not once. Like literally not once.
That's a mature decision. See? Decision. We'll pick up my decision.
And we like were slowly, and because the separation happened in stages.
Yeah.
Because even when we decided to separate, she let's say my place. She stayed at my house for like a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Come on.
She stayed upstairs, I stayed downstairs.
Oh, man.
She still cooked.
There's
everything. 100%. And we had this conversation. She's like, look, if you want to date, or I was like, as long as, and we had the conversation. Because now even, because the kids, we did the weekend things while we're still living together. It's your weekend, it's my weekend, it's your weekend. So that she can go and be who she needs to be. Yeah. You know, so we still did, so we started co-parenting before she had moved out.
Yeah.
You started co-parenting while cohabiting.
Yeah, 100%. But we lived in 2 different rooms. So I
mature.
spent a whole year without having seen her naked. How crazy is that, though? A whole year. This is a person that I've seen every hole in her body.
It's really extreme.
I hear
So
you.
so those are that. And that was the pain within that progress of the growth to get us to this point where we can literally have conversations to a point where I've never deleted a message since 2023 that she's spoken to me.
Yeah.
So that my current partner, yes,
Can feel-
sometimes she can literally go into the conversations and she can scroll from 2023 conversations. They're all still there.
What's your biggest lesson from that relationship that you're taking into your next relationship?
I think the biggest relation. Oh,
No, but we're also here to learn from you.
there's not much to learn, but okay, I appreciate that. So I think the biggest thing was me understanding who I am and where I was, So I realized later in life my own insecurities and my vulnerabilities, and they show in different ways. So some guy might be he feels so insecure, he needs to show in terms of, I don't know, tattoos or a fancy car, whatever it looked like. And for me, it was seeking validation from females.
That's so interesting.
100% interesting.
I think it's interesting because I think growing up as a machita sifundiswa ukuthi kumele uba nembe boy.
Must.
So for you to say that you were seeking something from that,
Sure.
takes away from that theory, right? Because the theory was just just keep going as many as you can.
And backbone, because now even the caliber and the quality of,
So from my side, I think on my side, the thing was do it in silence, but the quality must speak for itself. If it ever were to come out, the makhulman bewasho njalo. Ukuthi le ndaba ingaphuma bele bathi hey le bar le so lo ifihle isibhamu esinje. You know what I mean? It was that.
Your madam that loves you, and she might say, oh well, she's gorgeous, whatever, but she's still gonna be broken. I mean, I
100%.
Because one of the things that I'm at now around infidelity is it's almost like no. So it feels like let's talk about this country. There's so many things that are illegal, right? Mm-hmm. And there's so many things that are immoral but are not illegal.
Got you.
And that break the fabric of society, much like cheating. Cheating, it breaks the trust, the cornerstone, the moral fiber of umdeni in every form. Whether cheater usis it breaks it down, and that is not illegal. Whereas if you look in Islamic countries, cheaters is uzobona.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. And I hear you, I'm not taking away from what you're saying. What I want to understand is, do you think or do you believe that monogamy is a real thing?
Yeah, for different people. I do. I really believe, Guti, it's different because the same way, Guti, there's people who are, based on their temperament, are better suited at becoming a nurse versus becoming an accountant versus becoming just based on their temperament and their upbringing.
Yeah.
So there's people based on who they are. This is men and women alike.
Yeah.
By the way. Yeah. So it's not just now a guy must be that are just better suited to having multiple partners.
Then the argument then comes to say, well, culturally we're in Africa.
Sure.
So ngokwesintu nje bazokutshela ukuthi lento yokuthi unentombi eyedwa or unefro one is not, and I'm not advocating for this, I just want to make it clear.
Sure.
We're having a conversation. Then there's that argument ezosho ukuthi hayi ngiyakuthi uyinsizwa usitshela ukuthi unentombi eyodwa because it's foreign to us. It's a Western thing that was brought upon us to say ukuthi you must have one girl.
Sure.
We need to be clear, women believed it. We need to be very clear. Men did not believe in this thing.
Yes. Well, men didn't believe in what?
Having one partner.
Yeah, but no. Women also didn't believe in it as well.
No.
Phela ukhumbula ukuthi isithembu umama wayicela ubaba ukuthi ngicela umuntu ozongisiza ekhaya. So it wasn't just men that believed in it. And futhi nang wasekhaya wase.
So but that's why I'm saying the West then came in with this thing to say wena walo and nobody else.
I think
who believes in it now as you speak? It's women. Women are the
but also gents. No, but now.
Men cheat on the side. Men
No, but I think you're asking about monogamy, not in the sense of umpepe. I don't think you're thinking about a guy who's cheating. I'm thinking you're talking about in terms of relationship committed. Trying to build.
I saw something today where this guy spoke about 3 types of cheaters.
Yeah.
A serial cheater, a James Bond, and an oops cheater.
What is oops and James? Yeah.
James Bond is a guy who does everything for his family. Make sure Guti right.
Sure.
Flies to Rio de Janeiro,
Sure.
meets a cute little thing in the darkness of the night, comes
Sure.
back home and still continues to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Oops Cheetah is the guy that gets pushed by Ifro. And by that, the way this guy was explaining it was, you come home, utuyambamba, ngiphethe ikhanda.
Sure.
Uthi hayi ingane. Uthi loku.
Lapho khona i-colleague thizeni
Ufuna
ehlekisayo.
i-colleague ekufika ikuhlekise.
Yes.
And then you now find yourself
On a work trip one time.
uyangithola. Then there's the serial cheater who's just like, yo,
Get it in.
noma yini baba.
Man, I was all 3, bro.
Damn.
Uchaza kanjani kubazali kanjani?
Uba.
Usehlala phansi futhi.
Uthini because mina
Uchaza kanjani
mina
kubazali? I'd love to hear what you said.
kwakushawa ama-intervention.
Yes, I want to know what you said to your parents.
This is why women don't date light-skinned niggas. No, I'm not judging him.
That's what you say.
Let me tell you something.
On a Wednesday. I think I feel black more than me more just parking the point.
Yeah, and futhi uyazazi le moto.
Hey, the first time it wasn't family, it was close
Friends.
It was the older, married couples that we knew that we actually still very close with.
Yeah.
And I figure, but you still know the car. Yabona lapho bawusakwazi ukupaka egarage manje ngoba phela sekupaka ezinye imoto ayapaka now you have to trap uyacheka man. Iyangena uyabona abantu bahleli yabona busy kudliwa khona amakhekhe kusekhishwe lama plate lawo nama glass lawo yena okay sanibona hey Mlotshwa icela phansi hayibo ninjani. You know what was worse about every intervention that I also knew those chains.
You know the lifestyle.
And what they
That's
do.
why.
And I'm a timer who, when they saw ukuthi le ntwana sengathi no plug, they'd be like, hey, le ntwana. And they've used me. So kusho ukuthi Ifro at the time would speak to the other
Fros.
yabona, and then they would drag their. So now the guys had to now perform because they're here.
Yeah.
And I'm watching and I'm like,
I don't watch and be saying.
angikwazi because like no not about man I'm a time about names. Okay no ngiyakuzwa. And they looking at me like
Nigga, you better not.
Kanti what my keep later
and then it's another intervention. Now there's family.
It reminds me of
Abantu basuka ngama-city to city boy.
one of our boys' father once called us aside. But gents lalanda. Yabo masingena la kushubile. Mara nhlale nazi ukuthi I'm on your side. Ngiyangizwa. Asathi sharp.
intervention.
Lalela athi niplome la ngikaya in 3 minutes. Hamba hlale lapha. Ngene moleda asibize. Sesimile lapha intwana. Yeah. Yabo? Time out. Kithi le out le isithipisa so. Yiyo lesa sibheke so. I'm like this man, you know? And like and I understood because he said later on, he was like, gents, there are things as you are machita to get to the next stop. There are things that you do to fuel you.
Yeah.
And those things for Imedi might be a spa treatment. Let me go switch off. For a machita, what fuels you is ukfunwa isifazane. You know?
Sure.
So I understand. But masingena hada.
Do you know what pissed me off? Because I was in great WhatsApping. Bro, I used to go out with one of the timers to go dope.
Yeah.
What pissed me off? I looked at him and I was like, where?
You?
Like, no, on WhatsApp, 15 minutes earlier, saying, Chief, it's Champil. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out, and come into the house. I just needed just that WhatsApp, just that.
Heads up, man.
And I don't know, maybe he was also He wasn't given.
Ambushed.
Yeah, but so he might be like, "Hi, Sabuya said that," and he was only told there. Yeah, but so I don't know his dynamic. But to this day, banging born time it's time. Time, never.
Yeah,
And-
but you were wilding then, huh?
No, I was.
I don't think Penson is unique, man. I don't know why you guys are so shocked. Majority of niggas.
I was unique, and I'll tell you why.
Nah.
I'll tell you why.
Let me tell you why I think.
Intervention.
Yeah.
Gents,
I'll tell you why I think I was
grew up
unique.
with a lot of niggas like you, man.
Let me tell you what I think it is. You must remember, I'm picking with Amachita, Akon,
Yeah.
Amoshayo, but I don't think it got to Ama intervention, with the
Yeah.
numbers. But also, he is a walking red flag.
Jesus Christ,
No,
bro! What the? Oh
wait,
Lord, hold
listen to me.
on.
No, but wait, listen to me. These are all of the. If
I
you-
have feelings.
no problem.
I am a human being.
Yeah, but so now you know. Look at it this way, right?
Yeah.
And I'm ticking boxes. Ntshebe. Light skin.
Tattoos.
Okuki insimbi. Tattoos. Oh, you're ticking all the boxes
I
of
can't be a red flag
what
because in
a
Ntshebe.
poster boy for a cheetah looks like.
Wow.
You guys know that. The industry that you guys are in,
Stereotype.
you are at the top.
Stereotype.
DJ.
No, let me tell you that, and let me fix this thing. I've been wanting to fix this thing for a while.
Sure.
The difference between, like if I go and decide to cheat, right, and I get caught, versus my lawyer friend. And them, listen, lawyers, accountants, all the guys that are not in our faces, they're doing the worst. The only difference is people care when it's me because I'm on this side of the camera. They don't care about the guy behind the camera because I could tell you now the number of guys, and I swear to you, the number of guys that are getting caught cheating that are not on social media, not on camera. Is way beyond me. It's just ukuthi yami bangibambe Friday Rockets ya rocka Saturday le ndaba ithi Sunday ibamba umoya Monday iphike. Then it's the topic for
look
the
at this
week.
week.
Noma sekuvele enye indaba ngisasha mina for leyo nto leyo.
Leyo viki.
Bese lelo viki lelo ne bese mayidaya down ku social media aseyiduma phi manje kuma WhatsApp. Sengihamba ngekasi ngiyafika lapha emakoteni ulebu wena damn seyifike emakoteni le ndaba le ngiphume emakoteni ngiyabaleka ngiyakuba mechanic buti ngizwile ngawe buti then yeah, you understand what I mean so
What's up with the accent or the mechanic?
buti ngizwile ngawe umfazi wami ngitshelile so this thing by the time whereas my lawyer dude, it's him, Imedi, and the close circle of friends.
Yeah.
Mina, I just have to bite the bullet.
Oh, bro.
And that's why it looks bad. Sportsmen, entertainers. It's not as bad as the average guy. Guys, before you were podcasting,
I didn't.
he was killing it.
Dog, I moved because I don't club. I don't club.
Do you understand what I mean?
So you don't see me out really. Like it's rare that you'll see me out after let's say 11. It is so rare. So my things were happening midweek. Damn, when the
Power
sun
of
was up.
anonymity.
And that's the power of it. But also, this takes me back.
In my lunch break.
My lunch break, dog.
Man, because
You're an
everybody's at work.
animal.
Who's at your place? There's no one at your place.
Except you and in terms of our faith.
And we asked you to auntie. No, not my place. Me, I played away games. Kono auntie. Kono, I played 1,000 kids. So kono auntie. Auntie, I was a snitch. Nah.
So this brings me back to something. I saw an episode you guys did where you spoke about Bentley, I think Buguwena, and I don't know who was the third person. But you're speaking about this thing. You're going to know, mele giwe clapping, makfike clapping, mele gube khona lo zobamba.
That was the two of us, yeah.
It was the two of you. And they were phakama. Yeah.
I'm before 12. Yeah.
So mina, Ekas, the one thing Amachita would always say when we were growing up was, hey boy, masayilale nto le, phuma ubaleke ngazo zombili because amajita will say, "Ay siyabonga boy for ukusithunela writings." Mara kusasa. Ngilahwa wena lokishini. Duma bathi ubonile lento bayiphethe Naves. Boy.
No, those are not real friends. Those are not real friends.
Let me tell you something, bro. There's no I in team.
It can't be.
Jita, there is no I don't play for the team.
They cannot be.
But at the same time, there are machita in all our crews that go, bafethu uphi lozo slooper. Mina nginaye.
Bro, let me tell you something.
From the word go, something about 5 tamba.
Yeah. So I remember I played rugby with this guy, Ubongani Matun, Westville boy, amazing quality guy. And the one thing that he'd say in the sheds is, once you guys have picked out who the problem is, let me know and I'll take him out. That sat with me. Guti, this guy is saying, I'm going to be the kamikaze pilot. I'll get the yellow card. Even if I break my collarbone, the mindset. And I was like, so when I took it to the Furbs, and I was like, gents, if you want me, you guys are performing. Penson, you need someone to carry the equipment. I don't have an ego like that, dog. Yeah. I promise you I don't. Because I know, Guti, down the line, I will get my yabon. They will always be. That's how the beautiful Lord has set it. You will get paid down the line.
I'm so grateful that one of the look. I'm not going to act like I didn't have a nice youth, you know. Yeah. But there were things. No.
Great bar.
Man, no. No. The most important thing is I've always been umuntu relationship, and into exisizayo nge-relationship is ukuthi kumele ucabanga ukuthi phela imedi maye ngayithola le ndaba ingabhoma lento le. So
back in the day you didn't make mistakes?
I did make mistakes. Okay. And in some instances I paid dearly for them.
Okay.
But it also, that's why I'm saying the relationship saved me, because I could have possibly, and that's why I don't judge you. Like I could have possibly been in your shoes, because I get it. Like it's a very bad way of having been brought up. And well, is it bad? But I don't know if it's bad. I just think it's also what Amachita knew. You know, it was passed on to them. Yeah. So, you know, bad is maybe pass it down the line. So for me, it was that. I think relationship saved me from becoming the beast, the potential.
But you must understand, Uti, the opposite happens, because I think being in a relationship, that's what exacerbated that, Uti, because I've got an anchor. And I've got a person, I got groovy, I got pumi, I got funny vibe, I got funny msindo, usendlini.
And I mean, I'm so bangangfuna abocheri, so being sharp. I wasn't yellow with the beard and a gym bro.
Stop it. Girls don't give a fuck about that.
Oh,
shit.
yes, they do.
They don't give a fuck about
bro,
that.
More about the money, and still I keep to this day.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell my
You've got kids?
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
3.
Damn.
What do you mean, damn?
200 rand once. Voila.
This is random. These 2 girls. I'm in Mpumalanga, and I'm gonna bad mouth. I'm in Mpumalanga. I'm in a Nelspruit, and I'm literally at a liquor store. I think it was Tops or Checkers liquor. I can't remember. And his ladies come in with the weasel. Let's go sell 50 rand. I've never met these. My phone was selling 50 rand. The audacity.
It's okay. It's a safe space.
I would, even if they ask for $10, bro. I mean, 12 minutes. Damn. 5 rand.
Hey, man!
I was like, they want to kill you. So I get your 200 rand thing.
Now, let me tell you my theory. I feel like
I would never give. I do not pay for nothing.
If I'm giving a girl,
I pay for people that I care about. If we are on a date, I'll pay. If you are my guest, you know, you and let's say you say, can I please bring 2 friends? The 3 of you guys, I'll cover. But for a random girl in a random space, please buy me a drink. Not one.
I genuinely feel like you're taking
5 rand.
Man, Leo 2 clipper Leo man. When I'm a caking ganzamas what tanda. It's 2 packets of those things.
Good Samaritan, no?
Never.
Man.
I don't pay for nothing.
This man needed to be stopped. When are you getting married?
It's so black and white. It's scary.
And listen, do you have plans of getting married?
No, I don't believe in marriage.
What a hoe. How? You're a hoe, bro.
Are you married?
Yeah.
Why don't you wear a ring, bro?
I lost it. No, I didn't lose it. I've never, my wife has never.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I think we're
Bro,
now.
no, I'm sorry, bro. You're a hoe.
Why?
You're a red flag, bro.
I was worse married than I am now.
Bro, you're a red flag.
So here's the thing.
listen to this guy,
because
Why don't you leave marriage now?
I don't understand why I need to get married now. Because
you want the freedom. You want the passport. That's
no,
what you
it's
want.
not the passport. Because I am now at home. I will drink now. I promise you, I'm at home straight after.
Yeah,
Kids,
we have schools.
Yes, in your schools.
100%.
I'm saying, you see that for me at a stage, that ring
Yeah.
attracted certain energy. Because for me, it showed that I can commit. It showed that I can look after people. It showed that I can provide. It showed so many things just by wearing it, and it attracted a certain type of woman, especially older women with kids, what that needed an anchor. They just gravitated. And I was like,
I'm not judging you, but I want you to know. I know. You're a hoe.
I know. I'm a reformed.
I know.
I'm a reformed. I've changed my way. I found Jesus. I ain't gay no more.
He belonged to the streets.
I don't know. It was bad. Bro. It was, and again, I think as a machita, we also need to accept. You know, like when you're an alcoholic, you say, okay, my name is Penson, I'm an alcoholic. I think once you accept it, and then you can work on the journey, because the bigger thing is to finding out why certain things, because I never had the access to, and you guys had access from a very young age.
Do you miss it?
No, because I didn't have access to. You guys had access to. You guys have been in the limelight for so long. There's certain things that don't. You know. So ukhumbula ukuthi for me driving a Polo felt like you guys 2006. The energy that I was getting
I
just
still
from having
drive
a Polo.
Polo to this day, bro.
Sorry?
I still drive a
No,
Polo.
but just think about that as a Joburg young
Yeah, I
guy.
get it.
There's an energy. So you guys had gone through it. And I think that's what a lot of the guys don't understand. Peter Parker, great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
It's that whole Spider-Man shit, because you get it. You have a little bit of financial means. A little bit. But what it attracts is so much. And the question is, do you have the discipline? Do you have the mental capacity to actually handle that? Because some of these girls are saying, how body man, because I nele zako. What the hell? Fuck toilet.
Damn. You wild. And this is the thing, right? Like, you guys are wild. Who lives here?
No, this
Is this
studio.
the trap house? Oh, okay.
Trap.
Hey, bro, we old now, dog. I'm talking about things that happened like 1995, 1993. Old things. I'm talking about now things. I'm talking about old things. I'm talking about old
I get you.
things.
Like, it's just that that wisdom is very important. I mean, we were at a gig 3 weeks ago.
Sure.
And I met these ladies that said, "Can we please sit with you guys?" I was like, "Oh yeah, no." Like Salani, there was alcohol. They could chill and drink. Sit.
I need to make
The alcohol. They could.
Khalil Mpempe.
Says Hamba. I'm like, "Sure, ladies, pleased to meet you." Siaham. What lo sislo? Shia. And I was thinking to myself,
Me up now.
but you just met me. So there's already an expectation of Mzohamba now to go and do things.
But it's based on the fact
Just meet you. You just met me.
in some places, the girls feel like, or rather they've been programmed to say, if a guy buys you drinks, you have to. And now yeah. And now when you turn that thing around and say, actually, nah, you can stay here. You don't have to go home with me. They're like, what's going on here? Wait.
But just to take a step back, there is a cheating, I don't want to use the word pandemic, but let's use it, in this country. You spoke about it from Inuka said, in terms of people are bored, people having sex.
No, I never said that.
Spare.
Oh.
Ah! You said that.
No, I didn't say people are. I said there was once a minister who came out and said, and said, I'm
You
not.
said-
Whoa. I didn't say Newcastle.
He quoted the minister.
I quoted the minister.
Educasela thina asinalutho nje thina nje singombhebheli.
Hey.
Sebenza nje
Zulu
ukufaka
Hlangana,
isikhiwo.
let's go back to Newcastle. Phakame Newcastle.
How much of that do you think is a result of broken homes?
What's that?
Just that pandemic.
Yeah, it's huge, bro. I really believe so. Where I'm at now is, I speak to a lot of kids, a lot of chants in their 20s. You guys spoke about the music industry, and you spoke about the younger guys where they'll get a gig and they won't go back into studio and grind. There's lessons that are missing there. You know, lessons in whatever perseverance, lessons in consistency, lessons in discipline. There's so many lessons that are missing there, and it speaks to the lessons that they should have learned in broken homes. I mean, learned at homes, but the homes are broken. So it might be a reflection on a report card from grade 6, how they're living their lives now. You know, because in Dlini, they were never, there was never that to be instilled. You need to have discipline. You need to be consistent. You need to. So it then shows itself in later years. So even when Gacheng is to near corner of doing something, you've got great, you're good with music. However, because you never learned that from home, you know, you can't then apply that skill in your 20s. And a lot of these kids are stuck because they don't know how to get over that challenge, you know. And then what happens is they get stuck, and boys and girls alike, and he's in his 20s and she's in her 20s, and the guys that are later 30s, early 40s, they do the things with the girls, and then they circle, and then it becomes that thing all over again, and no one is having conversations where they're saying, hey, I messed up, you know, don't do this, don't repeat the cycles. No one is having, no one is doing what you guys are doing, where you guys are putting me into account, where you guys are actually saying, bro, you're gonna go through the fire for this. You know, there's no Amakrutman that is getting us to account. There's no guys who are saying, I fucked up, and it continues, and they're gonna break the relationship, therefore fuck up the home, therefore. So it's crazy, bro, and I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah, I guess you can't build where the foundation's shaky.
I want to ask a question.
Yeah, but he can concrete.
Oh.
So how are you? And also, like, what she's saying now makes me think of the generation older than us as well. So we don't have any lessons of accountability. Like now you can say, yo, man, I've been club, but I'm a time I ate like none.
I think all mindset, and if you got that mindset, you know, it just so happened 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to remove yourself from the responsibility and accountability of the fucked up things that you did, you know. And that generation, they did the most, you know. But also, no, my mates also did the most, you know.
I think the 80s were wild, bro.
Yeah, because
the 80s were wild.
The 80s, the 70s, the 60s. Gogo Bay to have secrets that if we were to unpack. Ukuthi yabona nje bengane bize kumlotshwa lo neindlebe zakhe ezincane akuzona indlebe zaka Mlotshwa lezi. Gogo can take out the shit, bro. I want to ask the question, and I just touched on it now. The young kids that are coming up, where there's lack of discipline, there's lack of consistency. How do we define that? How do we break that out? How do we fix that element?
I don't think it's a lack of. I think it's just they haven't been exposed to.
Okay.
So I don't think, because in some instances, in the, like, for example, if you're born in the 2000s, you have so much more freedom than somebody who was born in the 80s, because they're dealing with and I said this yesterday, to say, if you're born in the 1900s, there's no ways you shouldn't be going to therapy. You need to be going to therapy to just try fix yourself, so that if I fix myself, Spare fix themselves, you fix themselves, we'll be better together for the next generation.
Sure.
So I just think the way things are happening for them, it starts to look to us like it's not like they're not disciplined. Whereas it's actually a case of maybe they don't have the exposure they need to differentiate, you know? So it becomes a case of saying, okay, why do I need to work so hard? Or somebody, yeah.
And
they
that's such
said
a
to me,
common theme.
yeah, like,
Yo, I don't
why,
get it.
why,
I
why-
work smart.
Yeah. Yes. That's it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah.
Or mina umsebenzi wami nje la ukubeka lamabhola ayi-2. Lento leni ngifuna ngiyenze manje ngoba sesiyashayisa kumele ngipaka ama-mic. It's not part of my job spec.
Sure.
Whereas when we came into the game, you had to produce the show. You had to technically produce the show. You had to be the talent. You had to line up the phone calls. We had to do everything.
We're dealing with
used
that
to
shit
do-
today on our show. We couldn't believe it.
So things happen, but you've got and sometimes when you speak it, people think like you're about Cindezela, whereas it's like, no, I'm not Cindezeli. What I'm trying to show you is that there's always a way. You just have to be willing
So
to learn.
so you're not
And I'm trying to
exposed to it.
teach.
Yes.
I'm not.
So it's a matter of that they're not exposed to it.
100%.
They're not understanding that they are missing these elements that can take them to higher places and make them greater. They're happy with doing bare minimum and chill.
I think one of the mistakes that our parents is that they taught us verbally, like they didn't. It wasn't practical. Yeah, come on, back in the day, tech where it was a practical.
Yeah.
A lot of things were understanding, and I think a lot of this generation is trying to learn how to swim via theory, and it's not. And there's a dissonance that's happening in that type of, and I want to touch on this. And I know it's overdone, but it's Debza's focal point, and I know he'll hit me. How do we define? Because I want the young boys to watch this masculinity in everything that you are saying right now, in the not being exposed. How do we define masculinity in 2025?
What comes to me instantly as you say that, it's just having the conviction of making the hard decisions and living through it, like as an overview for me personally, because like all the temptations, like and stuff, not to do things is there. But we as go to where it's having that and going with it. Because once you don't have like that center, like that core, I feel like everything breaks down, like and falls apart for me now personally.
Msebenzi mningi. I think msebenzi mningi. We've got a lot of responsibility on our shoulders as the next generation of parents. When I look at my son now, I was saying to him, when do you finish your final exam? He said 20 November. I said, I have a job from you from the 21st.
How old is he?
He's 16. Damn. I said, his first question is, how much are you paying? Right? I said, okay, cool. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
You've got to arrive at work. You start at 8 and you knock off at 4. He said, what? No. It's too long. I can maybe do 8 to 10.
8 to 10, 2 hours
They're negotiating.
with a straight face.
He's negotiating.
I said to him, it's a job. It's not, you're not going to a soccer match. But I also realized that his exposure to it, you must remember, at 14, the entrepreneurial bug had bit me. I was throwing parties then, making money from it. I haven't.
Because you realize the freedom that comes with having that money.
Yeah. Now,
Exactly.
because I don't want him to suffer. Now I'm like, actually, no. I must teach this one a lesson. Uyovuka ekuseni, kumele ayenze isikhaftini for his lunch and be at work 8 till 4. Then I also said to him, if I Uber you, I'm going to write down all these Uber amounts. So when it comes to payday, I need my money back.
You'll deduct.
I'll deduct so that you can learn the hard, because I don't think they understand the value of money, because we've always just been like, here we go. That's why I'm saying umsebenzi usesemningi, because we
is
are
that
also
a trauma
unlearning.
response? Is that a trauma response?
Not even. I think it's
the,
just
the way in which we parent.
No, I think for me personally, no. It's
Yeah.
just a thing of saying, this is the level Uma left me at. I must match it or better it.
So that whole I crawled so you could walk.
But again, just it's so subjective, because there was so many lessons that we learned through the struggle that I think we'd love for our kids to have.
Yeah.
And much like you was talking about your entrepreneurial bug that bit you at 14, there was things that led to that point.
Yeah.
You know, that unfortunately, or fortunately, due to your hard work, your kids haven't had that. So I'm saying, Wuti, is it the way we were raised where we might not have gotten that amount of resource at our
Yeah, but
disposal?
it was a different time. You know, it was
Sure.
a completely different time. And for me, it's about adapting to the needs of the world today. I can't compare and say, you know, when I was 12 years old, I already had a job. Now my son at 12 also needs to have a job. The kids now at 12 must know how to use AI.
But I'm saying, Wuti, it's coming in a form of tough love that you were talking about, Wuti. Things like writing down the Uber.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
form of tough love.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm saying, Wuti, you're trying to almost, it hits the ear like you're correcting a certain wrong.
Oh, no, I'm just empowering him so that he
Okay.
knows the value of money.
Sorry.
Listening to what you're saying,
Sure.
right? I like almost feel like you are saying, like Uguti, the pain part is what this generation is missing.
Yeah.
It's a part of the actual process. So
Yeah.
even with Naves saying, I'm going to take this back,
He's
that's
trying
a
to-
bit of
he's
pain.
trying to give him a bit of
that
pain.
is instilling because it's a
Yeah.
part of that
Sure.
bigger picture.
Sure. Because I think for us, whether it was done deliberately, not deliberately, whatever the case is, Tina, we had to go through a lot of pain.
100%.
You know, and
Yeah.
I think one of the way that I look at myself in parenting is I try and remove so much of the pain.
Sorted.
The lessons, the thing is in the pain.
It's in the pain.
And I look at myself and I'm saying, ish. Because I'm thinking about Guti back in the day, from the PlayStation 1, like what I had to do. Lentwana have the audacity, the fucking goal to actually say, Baba, we need an additional remote. We can't connect online. What's happening? The thing is too slow. They have the audacity to look at me in my eyes and say, Guti, there's an online thing that's happening on Friday. It's Wednesday. I need to make sure, Guti, I up the speed and I get the game.
Yeah.
Bang, booga, and you're not flinching, bro.
Yeah.
It's a fortnight thing, and I need to make sure when their friends are coming through. So I need to have snacks.
And you're going to have
And I need to have snacks. And I need to make sure that I'm not ningy.
Yeah. Distance yourself.
Because it's an all-nighter thing. And I look at them and I go,
You see? And that's exactly what I'm trying to make sure that I don't become.
No, but there's lessons in that, though.
I agree with you.
There's lessons in that.
But the game has changed.
Okay.
The playing field is no longer the same. Because
Is the principle of pain and progress, has that changed?
I think change is a big word, but I think it has altered.
Because you guys are speaking about the young gents in this entertainment space and the struggles, because again, they're not as consistent, and because they didn't get through the fire, bro. I mean, all I heard with you guys chatting was the fire, and I said, yes.
Yeah, I wanted this thing.
Yeah, but you didn't get. You can want as much as you want. Yeah, but when you had to jump over hoops. So
Yeah, you know
that's what I'm saying. To sacrificing your academics, to sacrificing this just to get to where you need to get.
The road is not straight.
Sure.
The road is not smooth. The road has bumps. There's so many things that happen empilweni that must show you that when you get to the bigger world, it's tougher
Because it's the real world.
because it's the real world.
Can I end on one more question?
Yeah.
I have one question to ask you now.
Oh, sorry.
Going back to masculinity, right? Is this current trend, and like Nakona used that term loosely,
Yeah.
of men having to be vulnerable, making us weaker or stronger men?
That's a tough one.
I have two answers. My one answer is definitely weaker, but weaker for the good. Because I was talking to you that I said to somebody that I didn't know what mental health was until somebody told me about it.
Yeah, you said that on the show, if I remember.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was until somebody let me know what's mental health. Do I ever had a time when I was feeling down? Yeah. But I just thought it's just a bad day. Get up, go, you know? And then somebody was like, yeah, diagnose us. You know, but I think in the world we live in and the way things have become now, our partners require a bit more vulnerability because they're no longer stay at home. And then when you have your events at open and you bring back. So the dynamics of a relationship also with your children have changed. My daughter said yesterday that I don't understand her. To me, it's a message to say, okay, this one, I need to have one-on-one time.
Spend more time.
And go and sit with her so that I can reassure her that I'm with you. And guess what the argument is about? She has money, right? But she wanted to borrow $20 from me.
Yeah, but that's her money.
Oh yeah, so she got to learn that early. That
No, but
my money.
what did she need the money for?
Okay,
That's
she went to school
That's
and
your
made
job.
some deal with some friend of
So
hers.
school equals you.
I don't have. I've paid for school.
School is just environment.
So school equals you.
The school is the environment, the playground. This thing happened in the playground.
In school.
Her and this child
In
made
school.
some sort of a deal. I don't want to say it's a shit deal because I don't have the
context.
fundamentals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is saying, no, guy le 20.
At school.
Ngikhohliwe mina
school.
eyamentli. Ngithi no problem asenze so esikoleni. Tshela lo muntu lo
Oh,
ukuthi
usesikolweni futhi.
yeah.
Dropping off, I guess.
I'm dropping off.
Okay.
Tshela lo muntu lo ukuthi
Yeah.
uyikhohliwe imali, but kusasa you will wake up earlier and be prepared earlier so that when it's time to leave, you haven't forgotten this 20.
Kanjani? Because the scholar is your problem. As a timer.
Then that's her issue because it's not anything to do with all
But
the
anything on the
to take care
premises,
of.
if she needs new socks,
It's me.
new textbooks,
It's me.
It's Kaftin.
If she is making
It's
bad
15.
deals about
baby girl, anything at school is timer.
No.
At home, money in the
man.
kitty.
Oh, man.
You need to put out money in the kitty.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. Here's what she has done.
Yeah.
She's gone and said, I want this class. With this kid. And this kid has said, I'm going to sell you this class for 20 rand.
Yeah.
She's made that deal, which has got nothing to do with the curriculum, the uniform, or anything
Sustenance.
else. Yes. The most important lesson she's going to learn here is, and I said this to her, I said, you're going to learn what we call cash on delivery. You give her the 20, she gives you the class. And
Did you
walk
give her
away.
the $20?
No. The next day I said, hey, don't forget the $20. She says, oh no, I returned that thing. No, I don't want to spend it with my money. And I said, oh, so you didn't need it, you wanted it.
So she wanted to spend it with your money.
But now she's learned.
No, but now she needs
Because
you guys.
now-
But now she needs you guys to have a hard, real conversation.
No, but she's learning.
So, but watch out for that conversation. That
No,
you
I
guys
don't
gonna
mind.
have.
I'm ready for it.
Is that pain?
What you mean?
No, it's not pain. It's just she must make better choices in life.
How old
But
is your daughter?
in the
Nine.
present
Good
moment,
luck.
it was pain.
My bro, I'm worried
Good
about
luck.
the guy that's going to date her in the future.
I'm
so I'm
worried
trying
about
to
you.
fix that now.
I'm worried about you.
Now I'll be all right.
No. She's 9, dog.
Yeah.
I can just imagine her at 15.
Tripa.
Ngeke.
Gatanyela.
Baby girl, we've got your back. Timer, to tower, whatever you need.
And also, you know, when I've got a son, daughter, and son. So once you have a daughter,
Sure. I don't have a daughter. I wish I had a daughter.
bro,
Yeah.
it changes you.
It's not too late.
Oh, ngeke ngokwathi go. But
You are definitely a hoe, bro.
How, bro?
Awufuna ukushada but ufuna ukumithisa.
Ngiyamithisa all day. Kanti tutulo ziyaba.
You're a hoe, bro.
How many kids you have?
You and your bro,
I've got 2 that I know.
you and your bro are definitely family. It's a cousin.
If I'm going to have one more child, and if
Whoa! How many kids do you have?
3.
I got 4.
No, that's why I'm asking. You spoke about 3.
Yes.
In a new relationship.
Yes. I like the fact that you said in this relationship. Yes.
So ufuna
I've got 4 boys. Akuthi ngiyafuna.
uzomphinda.
Ngizo. And if it's a boy, then you know what? I'll go tie my tubes. I will. And I'll say, God, I'm your man.
Thanks. Sure.
And I will tie my tubes. I won't say, so when I'll tie my tubes and I say, God.
It's so interesting, especially from a Zulu man saying, I want to go because...
I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, it's going to change you.
Because
I can't wait,
you
bro.
spoke about how heavy your family is in terms of the female energy.
Yeah.
My family on my father's side is just masculinity. So I've always wanted to go. I've always been jealous of my friends that had older sisters because I had an older brother who was a jerk growing up, and he's a jerk now and no one likes him. But like, it was that dynamic of I've always seen myself as a girl dad. And my boys are your most stereotypical boys. You're most in every way.
How old is the eldest?
Grade 4, grade 2, grade R, and then the other one is turning 1 next month.
Feel my school fees.
Hey, Baba. I wonder if there's a person who is broke. I don't
know.
Because
about
it didn't
broke.
matter. I feel like
I want to change manje. Man. Makhona ugeli ocabanga ukuthi anginalutho.
It sound like me.
Anginanex. Anginalutho, anginasikhathi. Every day I'm a drop off, my pick up, anginasikhathi.
wena boshela uKelly Khumalo namhlanje uthini manje?
Uzoboshwa wena.
Now, listen, Kelly, what's happening?
Guys, just the last question before we wrap up. Last question before we wrap up. And I again, I'm such a groupie. Usel Beyonce.
Yeah.
I'd love for Usel Beyonce to get onto the show because there's a lot of things that are happening in the current space that we're in. We saw with Ungizwa and the whole Somizi thing. We saw with the whole marriage. What's your guys' view, first and foremost?
Yeah.
In that sensitive space, and it is sensitive space, and to those viewers that we have that are part of the community, before we get to your final closing words, what advice would you give them in maneuvering in 2025 in the space that we're in? Because you guys work with Usel Beyonce intimately like that.
So, intimately.
Work with.
Pause.
I know pause. Pause.
I think
uselphi
I think the most important thing is to say nobody can choose anything for anybody else.
Sure.
I've got to respect you and appreciate you as you are.
Fact.
And for me, I think the greatest learning with especially with Uselpi was the authentic nature. She is authentic. She is, and there's things. She was like, I said, I'm gonna make mistakes. I said this to her. She said, I need you to make mistakes because as much as you're learning, I'm also learning. Yeah, but that made it that much easier because the biggest thing is you don't want to be working no muntu sabutu offender the entire time because that then but Uselpi said please make mistakes inzima lento le. I understand where you're coming from, so please make mistakes so that we can learn together on this journey. And for me, I've never had to judge anyone because of who you're sleeping with or who you're not sleeping with.
Unless
You
you
know what I
invite
mean?
me,
Pause.
But I'm asking,
I need
pause.
to- nah.
When you sound like when
know.
Dame Dash keep saying pause unnecessarily.
Yabo,
There's a lot of unnecessary pauses
lento
here.
le ukuthi nomemana manje emacamereni seni 3-4 lapho mina I'm out bafethu.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pause
that's
a
why
log.
ngiphosa logo.
Oh.
I'm out.
Okay.
Right lapha endlini nkosikazi.
Song is right.
So, I think my response to that is Wuti. I think all quarters involved in this greater conversation need to allow more grace for learning. Ungenzi izinto ozaziyo ukuthi they're going to antagonize me without caring about how I feel.
Sure.
Because now I'm in this world, I need to care about how you feel to make it comfortable for you. So asibuzane, communicate, agree with like where we are, but just keep mindful of what we all still need to live together. Aggression ayidingeki. So asindlaleni ithuba lokufundisana. and futhi fundisana with grace.
Yeah.
Singalwisana.
That's why I can't
and
wait.
That's why, honestly, we appreciate working with Selby.
I can't wait for you to have her.
She has said, ask.
I'd love that.
No, because
Next time she's in Joburg, I can't wait.
We do a lot of shows, and I think sometimes some people get criticized because they said it's a chance and a space for a chance to feel safe. And I say I get that, and I respect that, and I understand there's those places, but sometimes we become an echo chamber, and we don't.
Echo chamber. Sorry, yeah.
But I'm not from the roads.
Yeah. You're definitely a hoe, bro. You're definitely a hoe, bro. You have all the red flags, bro.
Such a thread, a common thread. One thing we've learned in this conversation is that Pen is a hoe.
No, not a chance. But like I do appreciate the different energy, and I truly appreciate the fact that you guys are here, Lebogang, like just the chats that we've been having as a Grootman and the guidance. I like you don't understand, and I want to say it again. I want to echo it again. I'm a real groupie, like through and through and through and through and through. And the lessons, just in closing, if you had to throw 1-2 lines for Usisi Upoti, whoever's watching this, who's going through whatever journey they're going through, what would the 2 lines be?
It's not easy. Aiko Lula.
Sure.
You fall down, you get up, and you try again. You gotta, don't lose the faith. Keep trying. Yesterday's loss doesn't mean tomorrow is going to be another loss. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We can't change yesterday, but we can work on the future. Keep trying. That's it, man. I believe in that so much. I'm a work in progress myself. Faye will tell you the last 2-3 years I've changed and evolved so much. I lost my mother, and that also it's I appreciate every day I wake up, because I know that there are people that had plans yesterday who didn't wake up today.
I mean, I think with that, even in the looking at the experience of my cousin, your friend, he woke up this week with a kid and a partner and a niece. 3 weeks later, all 3 are gone. One after the other. How do you get back from that? Yeah.
So just keep trying, keep punching, keep swimming. Let's go to work tomorrow again. Yeah. And work is not just spanning. It's work on the self. It's work on the family. And carry each other. Let's be good to each other. I think the other thing, sorry, in closing, I don't think myself and Spare have viewed ourselves from that perspective.
From my perspective,
I don't get it. When people go Google Gaga, I don't get it. I'm just
but you live
No, but I'm a regular guy with an extraordinary job. I'm attainable. The people I hang out with are petrol attendants. You understand?
Whoever
it's the same clique before you got to where you are.
I don't have people in my circle who are, and my friends will tell you. My friends are like, my one boy will always say, I don't understand why these people are making a noise for you. You're just like a useless cunt, are you crazy? You're a puss. Nobody likes you. And it's for me, it's that simple.
My kids like me.
I'm always like,
depends if I give out them 20 bucks.
So it's just that. But for me, it's about showing up every day and trying again. And I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done. But once you get the mind right and the focus right to say, I'm going to try again, tomorrow is another chance.
Sure.
It doesn't get easier, but you become better at it. And you've got to, it's like what we said about maths. You've got to keep practicing it to get better at it. So how long is this show going to be?
There's no time, because we were speaking before you guys came.
So you're not gonna cut it up and make it like a 4-part, or you're just gonna blur out the thing and then boom, post.
So somebody
if you guys wake up tomorrow, and you say, "Hey, please, can you cut out whatever?" Then we'll cut out that part.
Damn.
Yeah. Nah, it's okay.
And otherwise than that, we don't want to edit anything, because we just want to. And the conversation is not.
Who's the editor, yo? How long did we record for?
It's about 2 hours now.
And you upload the entire thing?
Yeah.
That's wild. I would have chopped it up. But I'm also from the old school, so everything about me is
Side
about
A, side
time.
B.
No, for me, it's about time. It's about attention span.
Okay.
I know that if I cut it up into 4 parts and I leave you after 30 minutes waiting for part 2,
Part 1, part 2,
part 2, part 3, part 4, I know I've got you because the conversation is developing. I've grabbed you. But I know that if you're going to play it for 2 hours straight, there's parts you're going to miss.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm from the old school.
Yeah.
For me, I want you to watch episode 1 again because it links into 2 and you missed something in 1, you're gonna go back and find it. Manje la, I will slowly only 2 hours.
No, like look, it's a buffet. You take what you take, and you know. So we appreciate.
It's a buffet.
Well, it's a buffet. Yeah.
This is the story of my life because I mean, obviously I'm the geek in his life. So every
course.
week is like, ooh, new words. Man.
It always has new words. You know how you nerds be reading the dictionary and shit. Also,
Come on, jumping balls!
listen,
It's called reading a book.
let me tell you. Hold on. Hold on.
So, but you must just also manage yourself because
We're on a plane, right?
You come from premium high school.
Yeah,
Like-
definitely.
We are caught, man.
Yeah.
Ukhumbulisa wenza kuphela.
Listen, we're getting off the plane, right?
Oh my goodness.
And Spey says, I'm like, yo, Spey, where you at? I'm in Durban at this time, picking him up at the airport. He says, I'm alighting. I'm like, what the fuck you lighting, bro? He says, no, I'm alighting. I'm like, what you talking about, player? No, I'm getting off the plane. Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you just say,
What did I say wrong?
I'm coming off the plane.
What did I say wrong?
I'll be with you in 5. I'm That's how I speak. I'm alighting. Who you know speak? I'm alighting.
So every week.
Oh,
it's like,
I know someone.
What you mean, bro?
His family.
Every week is like, what do you mean, bro?
alighting.
No, I know. I mean, I have a Spey in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
in
You are
a-
Porsche, my feet.
Aye,
Sundowns forever.
so-
We gotta go now.
No,
because
but
it's
finish.
right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you guys
so
know.
that's it. It's a wrap. Might as well. Let's get
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
guys,
Guys, just as we wrap up, like from my side, first and foremost, Lebs, condolences on your lady.
Oh, good, bro.
Yeah, sorry, man, brother. It's a big thing. But guys, thank you so much, man. Like I truly appreciate. And as I said earlier, I just wish that there was more spaces and channels and what that just speaks about the story, because what you guys have done for the not just in the entertainment space, but from an entrepreneurial point, from a Mahrutman is so huge, and we just want to stand on the top of mountains and just scream. So from my side, I truly appreciate the time. They hear coming from Spans. These guys are between Durban and Joburg constantly, week in, week out. And the fact that they hear August Kulis and for us to learn, I appreciate. So, guys.
Shout out to you for having us.
But Naves, your final word. Use it.
Bro, you gotta stop whoring, bro. No, I'm not the problem, bro.